Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, virtual fight fans, we are back with the ESFL, the Esports Fight League 59 this evening. Pryoxis taking on Prodigies. It's an Xbox card. It is a title fight on the line. It's going to be a good one. I hope you're all ready to go. It's good to see you all. Welcome back again for another week, and we're joined this evening by two lovely people in the commentary booth. First of all, Mr. Killing Spree, how are you doing this evening?
Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, guys. Welcome to ESFL 59. Let's get into it.
Hell yes, of course. And also for the first time this evening, someone that many of you have said you're interested in hearing from in the booth, the one and only Spider. How are you doing tonight, mate?
Fantastic, Bailey. Great to be here. I was very excited for this card, and it's great to call some of the fights.
There we go. There we go. We did have a little slight problem, I just want to say, with Spider's microphone this evening. All right, so it's a little muffled, but we're gonna deal with it anyway because it's a privilege to have you here, Spider. I don't know if I told you this. We've been chilling in the booth a little bit before the event started. I didn't say this though. You're my favorite fighter, mate. All right, okay. You're my favorite fighter in the ESFL. I don't pick favorites, but if I did, I'd pick you, mate. All right. So there we go. Just don't worry about it. All right.
The fandom is completely neutral.
Oh, good. Thank you. All right. Let's take a quick look at the fight card this evening, guys. We've got a hell of a fight card coming up. We have Pryoxis taking on Prodigies in the main event, as we said right there. A whole bunch of people returning tonight and making their debuts as well. Mr. Meeseeks is back. We've got White Sunday, Lewis Evolution, Dabby Ken is back here. Ty is back tonight as well. Mr. EK Peacock representing, taking on Yogurtson. Dev Raiders here taking on Payton. Double Max back against Luba Libre. What a fight that'll be. Tekka is taking on the Spider. Oh wait, he's in the booth and he's fighting tonight. That's right, guys. Larvae is here this evening taking on Unnoticed Legacy. What a matchup that'll be. Dino is back taking on brand new Mac. That is a fight, ladies and gentlemen, right there. EK Elitist is taking on Mad Dog. That is a very, very, very good fight tonight. Highly contested. And in the main event, Pryox is taking on Prodigies. Tonight, guys, it is a stacked card. It's going to be a whole bunch of lovely fights. ESFL 59 next week, ESFL 60 as well. So we've got special events coming up to you. And I just want to point out before we continue or go any further, we are 1 day removed because obviously last year is 1 day over. We are 1 day removed. This time, exactly 1 year ago, was the grand final of our first ever ESFL tournament we held, the Watch Your Shoes tournament. It was a great tournament. It was a Grand Prix tournament. We had the creative director in here. That was 1 year ago. So I know the ESFL has been around for longer than 1 year, but that's a nice anniversary to hold on to right there. So just wanted to point that one out this evening.
Yeah, what an achievement that is too, to have a EA dev just in here, you know?
Oh yeah, it was good. Hopefully again at some point. Right. Without any further ado, I think you two, we should jump into the first fight because they are good to go. They have been waiting to go. It is Mr. Meeseeks taking on Gamer Room 29 AD right here. We're going to jump on over. It's going to be at welterweight. Killing Spree, what can you tell us about this fight this evening?
Listen, Diaz brothers are cheat codes in the UFC games. I'm excited, you know, just to see, you know, the first fight. It's going to set the tone for, you know, the card. I'm just excited to see this and be a part of this.
Please go ahead as well, Spider-Man. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, that's fine. Both of these guys I'm very familiar with. Game Room AD, I have fought him quite a bit. Mr. Meeseeks, I actually fought him in the ESFL. Both top guys, both primarily grapplers, so this should be an interesting matchup.
Excellent, excellent. Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, welterweight's always good as well, always competitive. I feel like we have, okay, don't worry, I feel like I have double looped audio here, but that might just be me going crazy. As soon as they're ready, I'm sure they'll jump into it though. But it should be a good matchup. Mr. Meeseeks right now, guys, he's on a 3-fight skid. He is a very, I'm going to turn this down to get into the actual fight. He's on a 3-fight skid. Unfortunately, 0-3 in his last couple of fights, his last couple of matches up. But, you know, he's going to have to make a return tonight. He's going to have to put on a show for us. Be sure to get a win back on the board because, you know, 0-3 in this season right now, not the best way to start, right, guys?
Listen, Pettis, UFC Nashville, came back, hasn't won a fight in welterweight since 2008. You know, maybe he watched that fight, got inspired today, and can bring it home and, you know, start being in the winning bracket.
Yeah, that's a great point, Killing Spree. I think he's going to be hungry. He's still here after 3 straight losses, and that tells me that he's determined to get that win tonight.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you're still fine at 0-3. I mean, it's not easy to take those losses on the chin and keep coming back, but he's doing that tonight. So Mr. Meeseeks, all props to him. His last loss was to Dev Raider, a very good competitor. You know, I'm sure he... Oh, their fight was apparently not set to 3 rounds, unfortunately. Maybe they changed that up, hopefully, there in the meantime. I wasn't watching, so hopefully they did. But yeah, he is taking on Gamer Room, who he came off a loss to Luba. Libre also fighting tonight. So Gaming Room right now, 0-1 this evening. We have got our rankings up to the top 50 or so. It has been rated for us here. So Mr. Meeks is currently sitting at number 57 and Gamer Room currently ranked at number 45. But these guys are going to get it on. Nice touch of gloves, hopefully to get it started. There we go. And first match of ESFL 59. And hopefully no more lag.
Yeah.
I thought that was just me there. So straight off the bat, we're seeing both gentlemen walk the body. I think that's going to favour Nick Diaz more than Robbie, because Nick Diaz has that level 5 body snatcher and the cardio to go along with it and to relate online, so that's going to pay off more for
Both guys have proved to be dangerous in the opening seconds of this fight.
Some just 1-2 trading out here on the inside. A nice pull counter right there. Return. Gamer Room coming back with that straight left. And he hit those 2 shots to the body. I know you're talking about that Nick Diaz body work, but he's returning here as Lobby Lawler's got big power, and we saw good work from Lawler last week. I believe it was EK Darth maybe who picked up Lawler, showed he can compete at this top level with these top players, and he's going to have a little bit of a stamina disadvantage, definitely, as you mentioned, because against Diaz, that's a real strength Diaz has as a weapon to use here, but they're trading these 2-3s on the outside, and Meeseeks has some good head health, but he's walking dangerously into these shots right now.
You know, Nick Diaz, them hooks, you know, Meeseeks is out here using those hooks wisely, and especially with the Diaz brother, Nate,
Oof.
you know, he's landing them pretty well.
He has a big left hand right over the top there by Mr. Meeseeks. Nice little check hook, and these 1-2s are working for him now. Little slip out, step to the side, and he's trying to return these triple hooks to the body, but that's going to cost him even more stamina if he's going to load up on these. A nice 2-3 stops the full momentum of Meeseeks, and you know, in a fight like this, it's not necessarily about your volume, especially not for Game Room. He doesn't need to worry about trying to trade and go shot for shot here. He needs to worry about the timing and landing the shot to maximum vulnerability windows, because that's where he's going to get the damage for the least amount of stamina cost.
Yeah, he is definitely running through his stamina a lot, you know, compared to Game Room. Game Room staying calm and picking his shots wisely.
Yeah, most definitely. We're playing a cat and mouse game at the moment. We're both going shot for shot, combo for combo. Again, this favours Nick Diaz because he can throw combos all day. So Game Room AD, he has to look for the one-shot counters, maybe a split plate, create some distance, and get that Nick Diaz aggression.
That was a nice combo.
Yeah, definitely some head movement. You're right there, Spider, is going to be key. But I don't like the way Game Room's whiffing on these big hooks. Any head movement from Meeseeks is going to just tax that stamina even more for Gamers. So that's a good thing to work for. Nice lead body kick, but that's a little too close to land. It eats a 1-2 for it. And the 1 rear uppercut 3 hook comes in, and Meeseeks steps back in with the 1-2. And you got to look at that head health right now, and Game Room is starting to drop. So he's charging forward these 4-punch combos, trying to return these uppercuts. And Gamer just trading right here with Diaz.
You know, I believe the stamina game is going to work against Meeseeks, but he is definitely wearing out that head health.
Yeah, it's concerning to see Nick Diaz's stamina at this level in the first round. I think he's getting a little bit over aggressive. That's going to cost him in the second and first. But a great round for both men there.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a great round for both. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of trading from both sides. I mean, really, when you're talking about competitive, high-level MMA within this game, it was a little meat and potatoes. You know, it's just a lot of boxing, a lot of stand-up striking, both being effective, but both can tend to just trade and take damage. I mean, there's a slight edge for Meeseeks in terms of that damage right now, but they're both just slugging. There's not much defensive skills on display right now.
I like to see a little, you know, mix it up a little bit, because the hooks are starting to become a little bit predictable.
Oh! Did you say that?
Uppercut.
Off the back of the overhand, vulnerability window right there, rear uppercut into the left hook, drops Gamer Room right on down.
And one rock, that's all you need, man, and you're destined for another one.
Yeah, that was a mean uppercut, countered the overhand, and to be fair, even though they're being both aggressive, it favours both of their characters' fighting styles. Both characters can take this shot, so But right now, Mr. Meeseeks has a
Oh, trading right in the pocket right there. Robbie Lawler and Diaz. I mean, Gamer Room does have a slight power advantage for sure, but Mr. Meeseeks must have figured out for that head health damage already inflicted. Be right to trade, but eats a big left hand right there. Planted left hand from Lawler. Gamer Room on top now. Land beautiful ground and pound working that body, and the stamina recovery of Meeseeks is non-existent. Tries to get the sweep to top him out. Well denied, and he's in a bad spot right now. Gonna have to take some time to get some stamina back. Try and get a 2-block off before the transition, but fakes the pull back to full guard and gets the get up. Nice and easy.
You know, he needed that. He needed that get up because he wasn't doing anything on the floor. Game Room was definitely controlling that, you know? Wow.
It's not looking good for Diaz playing Mr. Meeseeks right now because that head health disadvantage and stamina. So at this point, you really just for the best.
Oh,
wow.
Just as the block was going down on Gamer, eats a big shot with the left hook again, right around the side of the guard. Mr. Meeks, he's taking it right on the chin and trying to really use that Diaz head health right here. But this is back and forth right now, you know, deep into the second round. 2 minutes left on it, and both men right here, no head health, low on the block, just traded shots.
Yeah, it's scheduled for 5. I don't think it'll last 5.
Good. It shouldn't. Oh, man.
They're swinging for the fences.
4-punch combinations coming out here from Meeseeks, determined not to drop another loss right here. Currently 0-3. You know the Game Room wants to get one back, get a first win this season. The ESFL, I mean, both fighters do, but Game Room got to figure a one-on-one. It's okay to work from Mr. Meeseeks 0-4. You might not get another shot this season in the ESFL, and he's taking these shots through the block, and there's a straight left into the rock one more time. Big shots to the body, a rock there as well. Game Room's going to have to follow up another liver shot. Beautiful work, and that's got to be it. No, he's still up.
He needs to be, you know, be careful with the body. The body also took pretty damage with those body hooks.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were just talking about Nick Diaz's body hooks, and it only took 3 to rock Mr. Meeseeks from Robbie Lawler, Game Room AD. That is very interesting.
I think he'll just hold it out for the rest of this round. That's a smart thing to do. I wouldn't move. I would not move from that position. Jeez.
So the fight's looking to be in favour of Game Room AD at this point. He has the advantage in nearly all areas, so we need to see something different from Mr. Meeseeks right now.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see.
thinking Game's taking this 2 rounds.
Oh
wow.
The straight left rocks him though. Just you say it, trying to block break with a head kick. He gets it. There's no head movement from either fighter. It's costing him right there. But a trade the left hook. Another big left hand. Dropping Meeseeks right here with a sat guard position. Straight back up though. Either fighter could take this, and someone's going to plant and throw an uppercut or a left hand. You know it's going to happen. You're wondering where it's going to come from. A good job breaking that block by Meeseeks, but ran right into that big left hand for the 3rd time of Gamer Room. And they look at that block. 4-punch combo will do it if he can throw an extra shot, but he's choosing not to. And there's the rear uppercut one more time. Double jab. This could be it right here. No.
Oh. He's breaking the block.
Oh my god. Oh, that's it.
There we go.
Too much damage.
That's it.
Just too much damage. Great fight.
That was it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was nice.
Great performance by Game Room AD. Showed his toughness, stood in the pocket with Nick Diaz and beat Nick Diaz at the end. Great stuff.
Man.
You know, and he started off like really, not like really bad, but he did have a disadvantage with that first knock. But man, did he come back and like really just, you know, like really put in work and stayed focused and just went after Nick Diaz. As you said, Spider beat him at his own game, and you know, just got him with the TKO.
I mean, props to Meeseeks for showing up for his 4th fight this season in the ESFL, but that's 0-4 for Meeseeks right now. And, you know, he keeps coming back, he keeps fighting, but hopefully he can take some lessons from this and just look and observe some of the ways. I mean, both fighters are really... I don't want to be critical of these fighters, but I feel like I have to call it as I see it sometimes, and a bit of head movement from both could probably, let me switch out of this back to the booth here, a bit of head movement from both I think could have benefited them, definitely stopped some of that early damage, set up some counter opportunities, and there were so many block breaks in that fight. I mean, if you're moving your head, you save some block damage here, and especially in a stance, you know, opposite stance fight like that, there's a lot of outside slips you can do off the straight. There was a lot of 1-2s right down the middle. I feel like some head movement could have been utilized by both fighters a little better, but I mean, what a fight, really. Trading backwards and forwards, pure offense. It was fun to watch.
You know, my thing is that Meeseeks was just like really just throwing hooks, and he could have mixed it up a little bit, maybe a body shot here or there. Um, I would have liked to see a little bit more kicks, maybe to the body, maybe lower. A couple leg kicks wouldn't hurt. But I think just really in general, I think the hooks in the beginning really just took away his stamina, which affect him later on in the fight. And then he was just able to like come back and get him and knock him out. It was a good fight. Maybe he'll just learn from this loss and come back, stronger.
Yeah, for sure. You can only get better, especially that was a firefight. It could have went either way. I agree with Killing Spree. Too many hooks in the beginning. He didn't set them up. He was just throwing them and hoping. But I also agree with Bailey. Bailey had said that they could have used head movement, and I also believe that would have stopped some of the block breaking, and some counters in there would have changed the course of the fight for Mr. Meeseeks. So hopefully he looks back on this and makes some adjustments.
Yeah, for sure. But nonetheless, good fight to get us kicking off the start of ESFL 59 here tonight. And I think the next fight is ready to go right here. We've got XYZ I Style Lee taking on White Sunday, another matchup at welterweight. But both fighters are ready to go. They are picking it up right here. Maybe see a little bit of grappling coming through tonight. XYZ trying to hover over that GSP pick. Maybe White Sunday locking in that Nick Diaz killing spree. What can you tell us about this matchup?
I'm still. Oh, there it's actually moving. We got another Nick Diaz and we got a GSP. I'm a big fan of GSP in UFC 3 just because he's an all-around fighter. Can pretty much do anything like speed, stamina, definitely the ground defense and stuff like that. I'm really excited just to see. Oh, where did? Sorry.
That's all right.
It closed out. They closed out. Sorry.
Diaz v GSP.
There you go. No. The link like corrupted. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm just excited.
Good. You should be excited, mate. It's going to be a good fight. Did Spider just drop from the call? Maybe we've lost him. All right. Maybe he's coming back. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're getting him back in. Second fight of the night right now. Both fighters currently unranked this season. No rating from either of them. No fights from either of them too. Both making their debut right now. Just want to point out XYZ is currently number one on Xbox Championship. He's got 2,704 points as of tonight. A record right now. Get this record from XYZ. 510 to 25, but he just got inside leg rape by White Sunday, who's now on top of a GSP right here. Oh, but a beautiful sweep. Oh, into full mount. Oh, this could be it. This could be it right here. Oh my god. Oh wow.
And it's hard to come back from those top mount punches.
This is him blocking in an arm triangle right here. The stamina is low. This is XYZ just showing up, dominating. Immediately got taken down with that inside reap, but it doesn't seem to matter right now. He's passing to the fourth stage, pushing three ways direction right here. He's got top, bottom, outside. Sunday's going to have to find a little escape. He's got bottom. He's going to have to push right, but no.
Oh, wow.
Immediately. Oh, God. That's how you do it. That's how you do it in your ESFL debut. I mean, come on. This doesn't get much clinical than that.
Listen, that was great. The reversal, the ground and pound, leading up to the submission, killing his stamina. Wow, that is expertise right there. That is a pro-level gameplay right there that you're seeing right there. And, that submission's pretty quick. That was a pretty quick submission.
Spider, did you get a chance to see any of that?
I had some technical difficulties with the mic, but I did have an opportunity to see that. Like I said, XYZ Styles. He doesn't play around when he gets you on top. He immediately pressures, immediately advances position. And that was a beautiful head-arm choke, arm triangle by him.
I mean, it's a debut right there also for White Sunday coming in. But, XYZ, look out for him right there. Number one ranked in on Xbox in ranking right now. Look at that, 510 wins to 25 losses. It's the most insane record I think I've ever heard of. I mean, you can go have a look right now. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. There's some other guys up there with some similar records, but that sounds absolutely ridiculous. 2,700 points. Anyway, look out for XYZ. Just made his UFC ESFL debut. ESFL 59. You know he's going to be climbing those rankings, and I'm pretty sure the matchmakers are going to find him a nice opponent next week, something a bit more high level, because I didn't even get time to sort of mention the fact that, it's ESFL, it's the big show. You're sitting there, your hands are covered in sweat, holding your controller. There's 100 or so people watching you fight live right now because he bloody finished the fight in 30 seconds.
You know, and eh, just watching it, like when I was watching it and I saw just not just the reversal, but like just the overall ground moves that he was doing, showed that he knew what he was doing. Very impressive win, and just really blew it out of the water with a 30-second submission. And might I add you, the gates were so close for him to get out, and he still got it.
There we go.
Yeah, like I said, there was a lot of hype around XYZ. We didn't quite expect it to be as quick as that. We knew it could give anyone trouble, but that was just extremely quick, professional, slick, just amazing to watch. And I'm looking forward to seeing his future matchups and who they're going to put him against.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always good when we get new people coming in. I mean, it's so competitive these days. We have so many players, wanting to apply. I mean, I'm sure all of our team get messages every single day of everyone calling out everyone. It's the fight game. Everyone's the best in the world. Everyone could beat everyone else, and it's hard enough to get yourself in. Just to have an opportunity to fight. But it's good to have new people coming on through and making impressive debuts. And yeah, definitely watch out for XYZ. I mean, he's got the potential to go up there and challenge for the title with a record like that. But we'll see how he does against some of the vets, some of the people who've been fighting the top level for the last year and a half, because that's how long we've been around now. So there we go. We are just waiting for the next fight. It has been a last-minute replacement. I believe it was supposed to be Dabba versus Louis Evolution. I believe Hammer is stepping in on short notice right here to cover this fight. Hopefully that is the case. We have the benefit of replay this evening, guys. I just want to replay that sweep that led to that submission attempt from the top position right here. It was a beautiful job. Was it from full guard? Here we go. We've got White Sunday on top, postures up as he tries to stand up with a get up. That must be a GSP sweep. I mean, I rarely see that. And there, beautiful work just into full mount right there. So he was in full guard, postured up. White Sunday tried to use the get up. Sorry, I know you're trying to interject because this killing spree, but man, what a sweep.
Man, like I was excited seeing the reversal because I was like, oh, it's about to go down. And then, like, take a look right here in the replay. Look how close the gates are for White Sunday, how he could get out possibly at any moment and just gets defeated by great submission skills. Great job. Good win.
Locks it down.
What a statement to start your ESFL debut.
That's the thing, these high-level guys are very good with their pattern recognition and submission gates. It's like they already know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So that was just more of the same for the XYZ styles. He made the read in the first one or two gates, and then it was just kind of over from there. But White Sunday will be back again. You fought one of the toughest guys we have. So don't give up. Don't give up no matter what.
For sure. All right, we're going to jump on over now. The next fight is ready to go. We've got Yeshua's Hammer stepping in short notice to take on DG Dabba. Yeshua Hammer not getting a full training camp for this one, but don't worry, he's a veteran. He's fought many times in the ESFL, and Dabba is here again tonight. I believe Dabba's coming off a loss, right now to Double Matt, one of the best competitors we have here. 1-2 so far this season, looking to get a win, make it 2-2, move up them rankings, some higher level competition. And Yeshua Hammer showing up, ready to go. Hammer, as the name suggests, loves that top position, that ground and pound. What are you thinking? Killing Spree, let me know. This matchup.
I'm actually still looking for the link. It's actually missing. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. I will re-post for you guys right here. The pair of you. We want to make sure the other commentary team can see what's going up. What's going in right there. Just put it straight in for you. But yeah, guys, this should be a great matchup. Dabba again. I mean, this is a nice two veterans matchup. Louis Evolution was supposed to be fighting tonight. It was actually going to be number 37 taking on number 38. Not the case this evening. I don't know where Yeshua Hammond is ranked, but if you take a look at that, they have fought each other before, which always leads to an interesting matchup. We have another GSP Diaz matchup though, so I'd like to say, as Diaz, you got some chances on the bottom to get out underneath the hammer that is Yeshua's Hammer, but we'll see if he can squirm and shift and get himself up from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC. He's well-rounded, he can play from everywhere, but he has a very methodical approach. He likes to throw side kicks to the body, keep that point off the way and get punched. And Dabba has some of the best combos I've seen.
Yeah.
4-point combinations that are like normal, and he picks himself a character to do that with.
For sure.
Another Nick Diaz character. Let's go.
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to get some of them combos off if he's using Nick Diaz here tonight. But here we go. Let's see if Hammer can get the top position. And if he does, if he can keep it. Let's see if Dabba can let them combos fly. Third fight of the night already here. ESFL 59. Let's go. Ooh.
That wasn't good.
Oh, damn. Shoots the double leg, but ends up getting a camera switch. Tries to get the Superman punch off into the straight. It was good work with the leg kicks. Like you said, it's going to make it a little easier to get those takedowns. Dab being real patient here, just pouring that jab out there. Stepping through with it every time. No planting from him. Beautiful work. Stepping right in as Hammer's spinning. Taking his stamina down halfway right now. Nice and early. That's going to help him. But he's got to stay, you know, light on his toes. Be aware of that takedown attempt because you've got to know that's where Hammer wants to take this fight.
And you know, what I seen last match, this is pretty much a mirror match. I would hope he can take it to the floor. So if I were the Beacon, I would just avoid going to the floor and just try to maintain being on top and on your feet.
Yeah, for sure. I think if he gets taken to the ground, he just has to hold a defensive position from guard and half guard and maybe get the stand up and could get the sweep. But mainly he wants to be on the feet doing damage, you know, because that scores higher in the judges. You do damage on the feet, so he can deny himself and Hammer in the front and the over-under position.
This is a great battle in the clinch right now. Hammer and Dabba both showing off nice skills. Good denies from pummels to over, under, and trying to get those breaks off here. Some nice short shoulder shots, return knees to the body right here. It's a real battle. No position, no movement towards the cage. All taking place in the center right now. No one's even attempted a takedown. Just short, content to both land their damage right here. Another break denied right there. Dabba trying to find a way out. Eats several knees to the body for his trouble right now. It's 4, 5, 6, but there another denial on the under over for Dabba. Both men showing they know the clinch game well, and you've got to sometimes if your opponent's going to take the fight right here. Some nice boxing return there. Uppercut right down the middle and 2 knees block. Gets the full tie, but no, straight back. Pummel to the single collar. Tries to get that advantage on the leg sweep trip. Doesn't get it. And the elbows over the top. Just get blocked last second by Dabba, making it look easy. Nice block and knee again. And they're back to the feet. What a little exchange in the clinch right there.
He's definitely holding his own and definitely not letting the Beacon take control, and he's definitely, you know, just blocking the transition itself is a hard thing to do, and he's also pump faking to get into a better position.
Yeah, for sure. That was some beautiful clinch work from both men, and I think that'll make Hammer think twice about engaging in the clinch.
Yeah.
Because Dabba definitely hold his own there.
Oh, did we just get a round restart? Well, I know it's not a round restart, but they were both in the center of the cage anyway. For anyone who doesn't know, sometimes I guess when the game detects an abundant level of lag or a small glitch in gameplay, it'll reset fighters, but the clock stays the same, the damage stays the same, nothing gets taken away. So it's just a reset to either side of the cage, and there's a beautiful straight right into that lead uppercut. Great little combo right there. That's probably the most significant striking combo landed so far in this fight. Both men defensively playing very well.
Yeah, for sure. It was a
One.
close round, and I'm not sure who it went towards. Do you guys have any idea who?
Well, there was only one significant strike landed by Dabba in that whole round. One significant strike, so that alone, I think you got to give it to Hammer.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think he landed the effective leg kick. Even though Dabba did hold his own in the clinch, it seems like Hammer was pushing the pace more. But we'll see what happens here in that second round.
Yeah, we will. And here we go. Into the second ESFL 59 here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Got a good card coming up. Pryox is taking on Prodigys. It's a rematch between those two. They fought each other many times. This time, Pry has that title. See if Prodigys can make a move on it. But a great fight right now. 3-punch combinations coming out right here from Hammer. And Hammer showing some good striking tonight. Definitely getting the advantage on the feet of that so far. No, Dabba fighting very passively because he wants to avoid that ground game, which is setting up Hammer's striking, but Hammer likes to get the takedown. He's re-entered here in the clinch. See if he can work to that position. But another break.
Look at that. Great escape, great pump fakes. He definitely knows the clinch game and does, you know, wants to keep this fight, you know, just stand up, nothing really touchy-grabby.
Nice. Clean combos right there from Dab.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're seeing Dabba laying on the pressure. He's losing the combos I was talking about earlier. That's exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, that straight left is money, doing some real damage right here. And yeah, again, for the fourth time there, Hammer sitting down on that leg kick. He kept sitting down, too close in range, pumping 2 punches and trying to hit that leg kick. Dabba making that rig, knowing he's going to plant after that 1-2, and just stood there, traded right back. The 2 came right down the middle. After the 3, got the rock, and there again, beautiful slip. 2-3 again, and Dabba, like you said, pouring on this pressure right now. Hammer having a real tough time. He's throwing these 4-punch combos with these 1-2 leg kicks, but beautiful work catching, and he gets the fight where he wants it.
He finally got a takedown, and what better way to do it than catching a kick and just taking him right to the floor. No fuss, no fight in it. He can just really just take him down and start to get, start to work on him.
So we're just past the midway point of the second round, and it looks as if Hammer is taking the momentum. He's holding top position here and mount, very dominant. A couple of denies and back in half guard, but this is a trust and top game for Hammer for this game.
Yeah, and let's see how long he can hold it for. Like you said, 2 minutes is good. Some good work here. He's getting a little damage off. Nice denies is going to help him just drain that grappling stamina of Dab. Wise pass from stack guard back into half guard right here. And these short shots don't do much, but it's an accumulation. He's winning this fight. He won that first round. This is all him right now for winning this round. If he can hold this to the end, he probably get it. But nice little bump right back to full guard here. Dab does have some sweets here, some aggression off here, and hits the armbar. The stamina's got 2 different. We're going to see a 3-way push escape from Hammer working that top and left side here, but he's moving on to stage 2. It's only a 2-stage. No, it's not. That's my bad. I don't know why I thought that, but a beautiful slam.
What is it? Slam. A lot of people don't know that those slams actually mess up your body and your head. So it does take a little bit of off the top of your head.
Yeah, that's correct. The submission itself, if Dab had managed to advance it to maybe like a second or top 2, he would have done block damage because it was on the arm. I've never seen some heavy damage on the ring for Hammer. Close rounds, what do you guys think?
If I were the Beacon, the thing that I would do is just to continue keeping your fight on your feet, because during the submission, his submission gates were really penetrable and weren't like really taken down easily. And that's if you're looking for a submission, that's what you want to see, if your opponent's submission defense is actually that well. So hopefully he can just slip a couple punches here and there and just knock him out.
Hammer is throwing 4-punch combos all the time, man. He does not care. Dab did get that knockdown in that last round, so you're probably going to give it to him. But Hammer right here just powering through with these 4-punch combos. You've got to be careful when he sits down on that leg kick, though. Can't go to it too much. Dab got the read on that last time after 2 strikes and a sat leg kick, and there he is again. He's going to be careful on that. Dab's going to look to counter that straight left, maybe a lead hook. And Dab was doing great finding a way home for it. Wise move to cancel that shot right there. Ducks for the straight. Eats a big left hand, and Dab's loading up now, planting on this big left hook. Got him pushed to the cage. This is where he caught him earlier. 3-2, nice. But again, the side sit out. Flick right there, but slips after the 1-2. Big straight left and 2 shots to the body to work that. Body snatch and pack. There's a head kick breaking the block, and this could be Yorkshire row here if he can't get a finish off. Man, the head health is down. Not a good place to be.
That was nice.
I think Dabba needs to adjust to starting his combos with the lead push. He's doing that now because Hammer is lunging from his left side straight into the right hook. And now we're seeing Hammer taking a fade out of Dab. But throwing 4-piece combos as well. But it looks like he's losing that battle. Next yard is all over him.
Hammer is doing pretty well with those, getting out of the way, the movement, the body movement.
Oh.
But he needs to be careful with that in case he throws a hook. It might just clip him.
Yeah, it's really the head movement of Dab that's making him win these striking exchanges in the tight moments. That's what's getting him these high damage interrupts
Nice
on these striking opportunities after slipping, the 3rd punch. And there again, head slip off the middle, straight left, right down the pipe. And
wow.
Hammer's using some good footwork, but he's not moving his head. His defense is coming from his footwork, not from his stick. But he's going to sit this Kimura here from full guard. Going to be a little tricky to grab. Only 2 3-way escape pushment right here, trying to hit all 4 directions. But it doesn't matter. He's out, and Dab's postured up here, and he's going straight for the get-up. Wise. And he got out to the side. Doesn't want to get hit with that sweep that we saw in the last fight.
Exactly. I think we've seen the last fight, and that's stuck in his mind too. So we're seeing him back on the shoot. He has octagon control.
Oh, man.
He's locked again.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, wow. well-timed uppercut after breaking the block. Wow.
A good finish. Hammer sitting down on that leg kick again, though, which is what cost him earlier on in the fight. Didn't learn from that mistake. We should see it right here on the replay. Close to the cage right now. The 1-2 to make the space. The uppercut misses. There we go. 2-3. And see Hammer return. Not Hammer, sorry, Dab. No, Hammer, yeah, return right here with the leg kick. And yeah, and eats a short, straight left for his troubles. And the follow-up from Dab is really pushing the pressure towards the end of that round. So great work by Dab there. Got multiple rocks off. Hammer did well, got top position, got some ground pound off, and you know, early on in that first round, he was competitive, he was winning those stand-up exchanges, he did take it to the clinch, which helped him, but only one significant strike landed by Dab, who definitely was pacing himself, looking for the opportunities, and you could tell he kind of had made the reads as the fight went on, saw Hammer's 4-punch combinations coming out, started to slip those 1-2 straights that were coming right down the pipe every single time, and yeah, whenever he sat down on that leg kick, when they're in close, Dab made him pay. And again, head movement from Dab definitely helping him win that stand-up. Slipped off, landing big shots, landing big power. And yesterday's Hammer, you know, Hammer had some good footwork, hit some switches out to the side, some pivot lunges. But, yeah, I mean, no head movement. And Dabican definitely made him pay for that.
You know, and a quick shout-out to Hammer, because he did come in as a substitute fighter. Short notice, definitely put on. Was, you know, winning the fight the first 2 rounds, maybe even early the 3rd round. But Dab came back. He stayed focused. He might have heard me when I told him to, you know, keep the fight on their feet. And wow, he executed, you know, a 3-piece combo and a soda. And put it on him.
Nah, for sure. Much respect to Hammer. He came in here short notice, put on a hell of a fight, had his moments too. It wasn't all just a one-sided fight. Ultimately, Dabican made the adjustments with the head movement, and he was leading with the lead hook, which was stopping Hammer from lunging off to that side. And I think from there, he was just confusing him, coming at all different angles, and it was just too much ultimately. But great fight. Hammer will be back, and Dabican, I'm looking forward to see who he gets next.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he could have avoided the last combination had he not moved his head. Maybe if he guarded up before, you know, because he ended up moving around, and there was a little gap where he snuck in the uppercut and actually got him. Had he not moved and did any head movement and just blocked, he could have lasted a little bit longer in the fight. But I think evidently he would have just got knocked out.
So I'm gonna replay the footage from just some of those highlights of that last fight. If you guys give us opinion after they finish right here, but I'll just run it through for you guys on stream. Let's take 2 highlights here. Dabican closing the distance and landing these nice crisp combos. He heading back to the cage here. The slip straight left, 2 big shots to the body, working that perk, and just the jab to create space. Jab straight head kick. You know, he's patient. He placed it nicely, kept the range, really well worked, and that's just really good timing by Dab. He knows what punches to throw. He's not swinging wildly, executing each strike nicely. And here, Hammer, you're trying to hit those outside steps. I mean, this is the only real defensive movement we saw from Hammer, and obviously Hammer, a great grappler, and he held top position, not striking as a forte. And right here's the finish. 1-2, steps in with the 2 wild hooks, the uppercut, and here comes Hammer back in, tries to throw that leg like pants tight, left hook, right hook, and there against the cage, like you said, backed right up, and the lead uppercut to finish. So yeah, everything we just talked about evident in those clips right there.
And you called it too with that leg kick that he countered it beautifully. And, you know, like I said, yeah, just, you know, the head movement towards the back of the cage. You have nowhere to run with your back against the cage. And evidently, you know, it's just going to move you a little bit back, but you're stuck there. You can't really move that much back, you know, further. And just got clipped with the uppercut, lights out. But again, guys, he did come in as a substitute, so I have to give a hats off to him. Thank you guys so much. You know, like, you know, thank you for coming through.
For sure.
So respect to anybody competing in the ESFL, because there's a lot of people watching, you know, your ranking is on the line. Everybody in the chat is kind of formulating opinions, you know, so it is a very high pressure moment to be in, and win or lose, respect to anyone who comes out here and fights. This is what we all love to do, so respect. For
sure, yeah, I think that's completely true. Right, we are just waiting for this next fight to get put together right here. It is going to be Ty taking on No King. Now, I saw Ty in someone's chat about 5 minutes before the event started. I believe it was in Unnoticed Legacies live chat. So I don't know if he's still in there. I don't know where he is. He was going to be here earlier, but he is not here right now. So he's supposed to be fighting No King. So we're just having a little look behind the scenes, trying to set up what that next fight is here. I don't want to take it into mission right here. We could look back some of the highlights, but we'll take another quick look at the fight card just to remind any of you who have been showing up. If you didn't get to see it tonight, don't forget, guys, if you're not in the Discord, please join the Discord. You can chat about the upcoming fights. You can see the cards before they happen. You can sign up for the event themselves, whether that's on Xbox or PlayStation. You can do all of that through the Discord. So please join the Discord. It's a good community in there. And yeah, you can see these fight cards earlier, but here we go. Just one more time to show you. We've had a couple of fights already this evening. Next fight, Ty versus No King right here. Then we've got one of the EK boys representing Mr. Peacock tonight, taking on Yogurtson. Then Dev Raider, Payton, that's a great fight. Double Mat, Luba, Libre, again, another great fight. The Spider, obviously, he's been chatting in the booth this evening. He's going to be fighting later. Larvae, Unnoticed Legacy, who we just mentioned there, great streamer as well, good fighter. El Dino, Brand New Mac, EK Elitist, Mad Dog, and in the main event, Pryox is taking on Prodigies right there. So it's a whole bunch of good fights. And if I'm not mistaken, this next one should be about ready. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I saw Ty in the Twitch comments.
Okay, we're good. I'm calling out Ty. Ty's will be like, "Oh, Bailey, I'm here, you wanker." I didn't see it. Right.
Speaking of Twitch comments, Balaam.
Yes.
They called you out. They said that you finally cursed.
What? Because I said.
You swore.
What did I say? I thought I just.
I have no idea.
Did I just say wanker?
They did say you swore.
That's not that bad. You can say that. I've heard, kids say that. Right. Okay. We're gonna jump over to the fight because they are ready right now. They're ready. Excuse us. Good to go. It's gonna be Ice Rush taking on No King. Is this Ty's new name, or has there been a replacement that I'm not aware of?
Ice Rush is his Xbox name. Ty is the one that he goes by on
Perfect.
PlayStation.
Thank you very much. See, you guys know way more than I do. How about that? So I'm assuming you fought Ty before, perhaps, and Spider. Anything you can tell us about him or even No King?
No King, I haven't seen any of, but Ty, I actually have fought him a few times. He's very reminiscent of like a Tyron Woodley kind of style. He'll wait back for you and explode with big shots and look for the power doubles. He likes to use wrestlers and set that up with his hand. So he's very dangerous on the back foot when you try and rush him.
Excellent analysis, thank you. It's prudent to point out right now that No King is making his ESFL debut tonight, 0-0 so far this season. Yeah, not ranked, obviously, as a result of that. And Ty coming off a loss to TH4 recognized. So, no short order. That's a tough fight for anyone to do, but he wants that win back this evening. Rank 42 right now, and they're going to get after it here in the fourth fight of 59. Little choppy, this stream.
Nick Diaz might be a popular fighter this card. Oh, wow.
Big uppercut right down the middle, and Ty right there. Sorry, I should clarify for you can't see because the names are a little choppy. Ty is in the red gloves right here. No King in the blue gloves. No King making his debut. Ty trying to get that win back, as Spider mentioned, very aggressive and landing those big shots coming up the middle, that uppercut over and over again. And not much head movement from either fighter right here. This is reminiscent of our first fight this evening. Just trading back and forward with the power shots, just both trying to outland the opponent. Nice little jab to the body, working in there. We're getting these 4-punch combinations coming off right now from No King, who's doing a good job trying to maintain his composure, but he's got to stop changing his head down to that level. I know he likes the jabs. What a beautiful uppercut lands right there. Drops Ty, and another one. Oh. We can't even see what's happening. Is that it? No.
Oh, he got
He's
up.
back up. My goodness.
What a deny. He's a lot more aggressive than I expected, and we're actually seeing both of Masvidal and so he's putting a lot of pressure on. He's breaking the
Oh my God. 3 uppercuts. Look at Ty wisely getting that head health back right here. But just as we talked about the uppercut from Ty right there, No King, 3 beautiful rear uppercuts off that lead hand of Diaz in a row, man. And now he's taking side control. This is good work right here from King, who sat patient and just been looping them uppercuts up the middle.
Ty was definitely doing this thing earlier in the round, but after that initial knockdown, it kind of just... it kind of just not like went downhill, but it kind of seems like he doesn't want to stand up anymore.
Yeah, it's like he's just resorting to wrestling now, but it is very difficult against him. You can't let them pressure you. The goal is to stay away from the field. Once you're there, you're already in danger.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can get up from this bottom position. Masvidal got some scrambles and sweeps on him. Not the best off his back. Just as I said, that hits a beautiful switch. Now in this turtle top side position. Going to fake the transition to the sprawl position. Now puts another hook in right here on the back of Diaz. And all flattens him out. Rolls to the back right here. Let's see if Ty's going to hold. Does a nice job blocking, I think there. I apologize for the quality of this stream here, guys. Fighters do their best as they can. But now we've rolled back round. King back in the full guard position. Nice elbow from Ty. 40 seconds left in this round, so whatever happens, maybe nothing too significant. Going to hit that side, get out again. Beautiful work to take the back one more time. So Ty's showing some good ground game right here, recovering from these bad spots. Tries to hit that snap suplex from the German suplex. Doesn't get it. A nice break right here.
That was a good predicting that he was going to do the suplex. Because that is a very powerful move that you definitely don't want to be caught in.
Wow.
He'll have a 60-second rest period to recover, but he was definitely in some real danger there.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back, man. I mean, Ty got good off early, was putting on a lot of pressure, landing those 1-2s down the middle. It was back and forth trading, like I said. I mean, not much head movement, no real pivot lunges. Sometimes these guys just want to go forward and backwards and forward and backwards. It's really a trading of punches and whose punch can beat, not necessarily just beat the opponents to the punch, but also which shot did you choose that was the right one at that moment to counter the offense your opponent's trying to bring towards you. If there's no head movement, that's all it is. It's trying to gauge when to strike and when not to strike, and trying to counter when you see the opportunities. But a 4-punch combo coming in right here, and this is an onslaught from King again with the uppercut. That's 4 in a row. I can't believe Ty's getting back up, but he level changed right at that moment. And another big uppercut right there from King, who's just walking him down. Knows he's got the stamina to do so, and this is not looking good for Ty.
You know, in the comment section, they were saying that Ty had King's, number and card. But it seems like King is coming back, with his own, special moves, especially that uppercut.
Just if we say it right there. Another rock on the overhand right on the end. Beautiful work. Flexing on him.
After giving him the 3 pieces of soda, he taunted him, but now he's back in the back. So it's running over him. No King definitely needs to be wary of that. Even though he's in the better combinations with Colt, he can still be caught coming in.
Ty's not in desperation mode for sure, but what he's doing is changing low, throwing that jab to the body, then trying to come over the top of the overhand. Now that is working for him. He's hit him twice with it, but if he keeps trying to jab to that body, he might get caught with an uppercut, as I just was about to say it. There we go. Before I could finish my sentence, it happened. It was that 6 big uppercuts in a row, all fight right here. Every time the level change, and there he was, level changing right there into the overhand, which was a read made beautifully by King. I mean, literally, as I was just saying, he kept changing levels to bait out the dropping of the hands from King. It worked for him a couple of times to get that rock, but right there, level changes, bangs the overhand. Beautiful work with the uppercut one more time from King right there. And he's starching Ty with it several times in that fight. And although Ty did good, man, he was doing a good job with that one rear uppercut. Left hook landed a few of those in. Overhands over the top was good work too. But King, man, just accurate pressure and an onslaught, non-stop attack. And those uppercuts, man, over and over and over again.
You know what's crazy is that Ty was in the comment section. I think they were arguing in the comment section. And what a turn of events, that King was able to defeat Ty. And that uppercut was just doing him like really bad. King was actually just throwing that uppercut, just knew exactly when to throw it. And what a knockout that was.
Spectacular knockout, like you said. He was timing the uppercut every single exchange almost, it seemed like. I think he made the read on Ice Rush, ducking his head down a lot. He was doing that a lot with the slips. He was doing that with the overhand. His head was just there to be uppercutted a lot. So that's an adjustment that Ice Rush will have to make, but great performance from No King.
It's not necessarily, I feel, an adjustment you can make and permanently implement into your game, because everyone fights differently. Everyone has different tendencies. And, if that's something that King throws a lot, you got to read that as soon as you can in the fight and then make that adjustment in real time, because that level change into the overhand might work on a lot of fighters that he's run into or fought against recently. And definitely for King, man, he had that uppercut ready to counter all day, so you've got to be able to make reads on that. And again, I think there was a lot of ducking down, which was good to set up his offense, but there wasn't a lot of defensive head movement used by Ty. He was level changing, throwing that head down, setting up his offense very well, coming over the top of the overhand. When it landed, it was good and effective, but not a lot of defensive head movement. And that's something we've seen from a couple of people to like. You know, it's there, it's great, it can, you know, tax your opponent's stamina. It can be risky, but not if you're using it sensibly and minimalistically. And I think from both fighters there, a little bit of head movement would have done a little bit better, enough, you know, trading in the middle. You're playing rock, paper, scissors a little bit right there. It could go either way. So good work by Ty in those short combos. Unfortunately, didn't get the win tonight, dropping to 0-2. And good debut right there by King. Good work, good clean execution of combos, nicely paced. Didn't miss a lot of shots, wasn't flailing around, you know, tight and in range with a lot of his striking. But again, man, just backwards and forth onslaught from both fighters. Maybe that's how they like to fight. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what we see. When we see both guys going back and forth with combinations, it's usually a battle for control of the octagon. Now you have to offset that. You have to do that by slipping or lunging to the outside, or even countering as they come in. But you can't just go back and forth like that, especially when you actually win that battle.
Right, we are just setting up for the next fight right here. And I thought that was the right one. I've just given you guys, I don't think that is the right fight. I think I'm incorrect right here. I would show you some highlights, guys, from that last fight where we can run through those, but I didn't take any highlights because there was quite a lot of distortion and lag every time there seemed to be a knockdown, so we won't discuss that one. I
believe the correct term is 144p. Balaam.
Whatever you say right here. I believe the next fight is Mr. Peacock taking on Jorgensen, which is a good fight, good matchup here. I know a lot of the EK guys, they always come correct, very well rounded. Peacock right now 0-1 so far this season, coming off a loss to Cody Dank, which of course is no small task. Cody Dank, one of the best in the world, up there in the top 10 right now. Always comes hungry, always ready to compete. And Jorgensen making his promotional debut tonight in the ESFL. So we'll see how it goes for both fighters. Any insight you can give, Spider or Killing, on either of these guys? I know, Spider, you must have fought EK Declan / EK Peacock a couple of times, right?
Yeah, most definitely. EK Declan Peacock, he is actually Scottish, so he is from my country as well. In that, we have been able to fight a lot, we've sparred a lot, traded tips and stuff. So I've seen a lot from Declan. He's definitely impressive. But Jorgensen, he's kind of unknown. We don't know who he is, but he could come in here and surprise us big time. So it's definitely interesting.
You know, those EK guys are very competitive, man. Like, you know, one of my favorite, you know, groups is EK. I actually fought Mr. Peacock on Xbox, and I got handed, you know, my butt handed to me. He's really good. You know, I haven't played with Jorgensen, but I have played with Peacock. So I know what Peacock brings to the table as far as expertise and just overall moves set and stuff like that. You know, it's going to be an interesting fight. You know, if Jorgensen does, you know, if he's an all-around fighter, I can see this fight maybe going to judgment, maybe decision. But I have seen Jorgensen fight, but I haven't played against him.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Jorgensen making his debut right here. Tough challenge right here because EK Declan / EK Peacock, as he is known now, has been representing and fighting in the ESFL, repping EK for a long time, nearly about a year now. So we'll see. We'll see how he gets on against an actual vet, not only of the game, and like you said, someone who I definitely have run into in ranked before as well, let me tell you. But always been playing. Haven't heard much of Jorgensen. So let's see, man. He's taken the Cerrone pick. Going to have, you know, okay, you know, bottom game, some sweeps, got a good armbar right there if he can get back to guard. Let's see if he can hit it, but we're ready to go. Fifth fight of the night right here. EK Peacock taking on Jorgensen, making his debut.
Just misses with that one. That's how it's done. Blocks the shot and delivers the straight counter. Nice punch there by George St. Pierre.
Yeah, we're going to have to apologise. The fighters have left the in-game commentary on, so we'll have to talk over those guys as well. You're going to get double commentary right now, but this is good work right here by Peacock. Obviously trying to push to the cage. You see a lot of EK guys that like to use the full round in MMA, work their opponent to the cage and try and shoot those double legs against the cage. A bit of a safer entry. You can try and mind trick your opponent out, come up top with the suplex or hit that double leg. But Jorgensen's doing a great job right here off the back foot. I like the way he's planting and throwing that straight down the middle, not letting this pressure stand from Peacock. The trading backwards and forwards, it's a head kick right there. Both fighters landing good body kicks too, but Jorgensen's got to be careful when he's throwing those body kicks, because if Peacock's moving forward with the 1-2 and he's returned with the body kick, that leaves a nice little window for a counter opportunity right there with a left hook or a straight. Grabbing that single collar right here. Let's see how the clinch battle goes, but Jorgensen doing a good job trying to make Peacock punish on the way in, but man, big elbow over the top and 2 shots. 1 rock already.
You see, this is Peacock's game. You know, he likes to break you down, and then he'll find your weaknesses and he'll expose them and just have a little fun in the in the meantime while he's doing it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, he does a good job of mixing up for the head and body.
Cerrone's uppercut is blocked. GSP gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
It's hard to get a read on him.
How about that
Very
shit?
good.
Oof. Nice straight to the body by Peacock. We'll see if Yogurt makes a read. He's landing that a couple of times. Nice switch lead leg body kick as well. Yogurt's throwing these big hooks from the outside. I'd like to see him go back to that straight. Nice elbow. Lead hook to the body as well. Peacock tries to return with those tight shots. Switch stance to southpaw here. And a nice teep. Anything to keep him off the cage if that's where he wants to be. He was doing an okay job stopping that forward pressure. And there's a long single leg from way out. Nice stuff. Nice and easy for Jorgensen here. Not really set up. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to work the body. Peacock wisely hitting straight back up into the over-under here. Clinch stats on Cerrone. Not too bad. Not too far off GSP's right here. Nice pummel back in. He got that double unders. And there's the hip toss. Denied by Yogurt. See if he's going to keep it. He's going to shoot his own single. No run of the pipe right here. Stuffed down on top. And now he's got Peacock on top of him. And this is bad because these EK boys, they love their top game.
They do. They love to ground and pound. They love to be on top. And with GSP, such a good fighter in UFC 3, it's going to be tough to get back up.
Oh, he connects there.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Cerrone, you want to roll the guard because he actually has
20
a
seconds to
very
go in
strong
the
two-weight triangle system there.
In
And
half guard
you
now.
want to get the guard at all costs without being
Oh, and
killed.
now it's caught by GSP.
Man, this scrap and stamina disadvantage is quite apparent right now. Don't know if how much it will play if they keep it on the feet, but there's a big difference right there. We talk about grappling stamina going into the second round. Good work from both fighters. I think EK definitely sneaked out the round right there. Peacock doing a good job with the striker. Look at that. Pulls that straight right. Nice and far out to set up that side kick, that rear leg side kick, I suppose, to the body right there. Nice 1-2. Big body shots really from Peacock. Landed more of those, I think, than head strikes. Got a couple of head kicks up there, but the switch lead body kick off that lead leg was coming out nicely. But Yogurt, man, landing a few shots of his own. Still much in this fight. Moving to the second round to see what each fighter can put together.
Jorgensen's still holding his own, but I would like to see him differentiate his attacks, because it seems like Peacock is starting to catch on, and he's starting to leave himself a little bit open.
Oh, man. Clinical.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, Peacock there, just beautiful work. Straight to the body, lead, hooks to the body. Oh, no, I was going to say, just real clinical, clean striking sequence right there. Each shot, just perfect distance, perfect counter moment as well, and landed for maximum damage because he's planting his feet. So that's just real good work from Peacock, just picking apart Yogurt, and he's taken all the fight out of Yogurt right there. Really hurt that head health, chopped that stamina down, and this is a much harder fight to win right here for Yogurt now.
If you attack the body, the head follows. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Man, the front kick up the middle. He keeps looking for that at the end. Yogurt's still returning, man. But all this pressure from the cage of Peacock, he's not able to get his back off it. And there we go, front kick for the finish. Brutally down the pipe.
Oh. EK, let us see the replay, please.
I've got the replay right here for you. We got the ESFL replay coming on top. Beautiful front kick right down the middle to finish this brutal series of combination. We're going to see it on the screen right here. Nice switch roundhouse to the body, straight to the body lands. 1-2 left hook, right hand over the top. Front kick gets blocked right there. Steps out, resets stamina, jabs back in. Bolo hook up the body right there, and just big trading. Another little lead hook to the body, and bam, sets up the finish with that front kick right down the middle that he was looking for. A great little finishing sequence, and the sequence before that was even more brutal right there. It was absolutely disgusting, just real clean, clinical striking from Peacock. Once he had him hurt, yeah, I think you were right, man, Spider. You know, he made those reads as that fight went on, and he put his back to the cage. Yogurt was doing okay with that initially, but he started getting the timing on him, and then he really picked him apart.
For sure, it was just absolutely clinical from Declan. High, low, he was in and out, he was cutting off the cage, he was mixing up his kicks, punches, everything, and he set up that beautiful front kick, and that is a technique I absolutely adore. So, big shout out to EK Declan, fantastic performance. And Jorgensen, his debut, again, we've seen people have their debuts and lose, it's nothing new, you'll be back.
What did you think, Killing Spree?
You know, like I was telling you, he was going to find your weaknesses, he was going to expose them, and he was going to have a little fun. And the fun part of it was him trying to find that front kick.
Yeah.
You seen him earlier in the round trying to just throw it, and he knew that his opponent was going to be catching onto it, so he switched it up, started going with the body, knew that he was going to block, the body again. He just threw it, got him with the toes in the face, and, it was a pretty good knockout. It was a great knockout.
Yeah, I mean, the next fight is ready to go right here, but I just want to recap this before we jump into it and just show you this little sequence before the initial finish right here, because this was just beautiful timing on every single strike. Nice lead hook there, front kick up the middle gets blocked right here. There's the switch to the body, is nice work. Lands perfectly. Nice little fake from Yogurt. The lead hook, straight uppercut. Well, maybe this wasn't the same thing I was talking about, but you can see that. I mean, really, it's just the pressure right here that Yogurt's not able to deal with. Trying to return with kicks, probably not a good idea. The switch sits out right there. But that was the first drop. It may have been slightly seconds before that sequence, so never mind. But I think the point still stands. Good performance by Peacock. Looks to see him back. And Yogurt, man, hopefully you get another fight in the ESFL. I'm sure you will. But now it is time for the next fight this evening, going to be taking place again at welterweight. So many welterweight matchups tonight. It's the new lightweight for us over here at ESFL 59, the card of the welterweights. We're jumping over again right here. Payton, one of the ESFL team members, taking on Dev Raider. This is going to be a fantastic matchup right here. What do you guys think?
Dev Raider and Payton, great matchup. Both perennial top, both pretty experienced within the ESFL. Both strikers as well, so it's a striking battle here that we have. Payton is more, he likes to point fight more, so he will wait on his opponent. And Dev Raider is the aggressor. He's like the bull, so that should be interesting. We're seeing Nick versus Thompson.
I've seen Dev Raider. I've actually commented on maybe one or two of his fights. He is a competitor. He is, maybe in a definition of an ESFL esports fighter. Definitely has a lot of moves and a lot of stuff in his arsenal that he's not afraid to bring to the octagon. Overall, he can do pretty much everything. I'm excited to see this matchup.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good one. And just pointing out for you right now, we're moving up this card. We're moving up in the skill level. We now have the number 19 guy in Payton taking on the number 13 guy in Dev Raider. So these two are up there in the top 20, highly ranked. So we'll see what they can do for us this evening. Trading on the outside, another welterweight matchup like we said. And that's a beautiful 1-2 to the body continuously from Dev. High, low with every strike so far. Trying to plant, shoot that big right hand over the top. And Payton just being nice and patient, which is not a bad plan right here. He knows that Dev Raider is coming fast with that onslaught, that attack. He's just going to wear himself out. A little head mover from Payton, just get the extra damage off. He's not thrown, but he is right there, and that's totally fine for Payton. He can be patient. He can wait it out. Dev Raider is just going to keep swinging and eventually start losing stamina if he keeps firing at this frequency.
Yeah, this is the most aggressive Stephen Thompson I think I have ever seen played. He's coming forward, everything is straight. He's coming to the body with the straight, side kick, everything. He's putting pressure on Payton, and Payton is quite happy to let him burn himself out in this round.
Still using that side kick to the body there nicely as well. Nice distance check. And Dev with that jab up top and that straight to the body, just as I say, he's throwing it again, but there sticks in to sit with that one rear uppercut left hook that we like to see so often right here. Payton now taking up the pressure. He is landing that left hand big. You can see the health of Dev Raider's taking a couple of hits right here. He's jabbing in and just planting off that that big left. He's closing distance with that jab, knows he's in range, and sitting down on that big left hook, which is high level for Diaz. And there's a nice slip. I was going to say head movement is needed right there, setting up the offense right there. Slipping that jab straight, came down the middle. 1-2's coming back from Dev here, who's abandoned that sidekick and needs to use it to create some space in a moment. He wants to get himself off the cage here. Feel like he's trying to jab, set it up, but he's got to be careful. Nice fake on the left, jab to the body, would hit the straight, and then came back up with a nice three-pitch combination right there. So little fakes from Dev, going to let him set up the rest of the offense, and hitting that little side kick right there, creating some space. And Payton's got to reset that pressure that he worked towards the back of the octagon there.
And those kicks are very underrated. You definitely want to know that you have that in your arsenal. Just in case this does happen, that you have a fighter that's in your face, you need to reset the pace, and you know it's a great move to have, and just unleash. You feel that initial pressure.
Yeah, for sure. If you're Stephen Thompson, you need to be doing everything you can to create space. These fighters are in many ways a counterpick to each other, and we're seeing that right now, that Dev is trying to create space and Payton is pressuring with movement. Not necessarily combinations, but he's forcing his way in and then landing punches.
Yeah, and this is great work from Dev right here. Beautiful 2 hooks to the body, then a double jab into the body kick. Again, the roundhouse, that rear leg is powerful, and you can see the body health of Payton's really taking a beating, and you got to think that Dev's, firing a lot more. He would be a little bit more tired, but the stamina is so even right now. I think Payton might have a slight better recovery during the course of this second round, but my, dead even on the stamina, and Payton taking a hell of a lot of damage to that body right here. He's getting in on the inside, he's closing that distance, but when he's not, Dev is just exploding from the outside, going high-low all day. Jab, there's that side kick we saw several times in this round. I think even Steven has that perks that gives those side kicks to the body and to the head, just side kicks in general. Side kicks and teeps, I think, that extra damage. So, yeah, going into the second round right here, if it keeps going like this, I don't know what the stamina's going to look like as we move into the third.
It might be very low, especially because they're just throwing a lot, but they're being very accurate and very diligent with their punches and striking. It's interesting to see what it's going to look like if it does go to the third round based off of stamina.
Oof. So many straight rights, to the body coming out from Dev. He's doing a real good job stopping the forward momentum of Payton with that, and doing big damage and hitting the stamina as well. So I'd like to see Payton throw that uppercut right there. As I say it, he throws that uppercut, catches him with that straight to the body, and gets a rock. So yeah, good read by there for Payton, hitting that uppercut. Exactly what he needed to do, because that straight right's been coming out all day from Dev, and a nice read by Payton there. And another one, lands that uppercut again right there, finds another home for it. Beautiful work, and then the roundhouse to finish that combo, now finding his home and his timing for these big strikes, doing some damage to Dev in this second round.
Yeah, he's putting on the pressure now. Payton's starting to smell the blood. Dev is starting to gas, he's done a lot of good body work, but Nick Diaz got the better recovery, so he's able to pour on the pressure now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, Payton's applying that pressure, man.
Just needs to keep working that uppercut. I feel like it's landing, it's working for him. It stops this body attack from Dev. And Dev now going to that side kick again, working it, creating that space that he needs, but he was getting tagged as he's got his back to the cage. And now he's got some space. Dev working his own uppercut, comes up top with the left hook off that straight, and Dev trying to return and trade back now. I feel like Dev's trading a little bit too much in the pocket, not creating as much space as he was earlier. And this is 1-2s that get blocked. Return, another roundhouse to the body right there. That's working nicely. Fakes that jab, pumps in. 3-2 nicely, and now Payton's doing a little bit better job of controlling the distance and the range, closing it when he wants to, and making Dev just pull short on a lot of these shots.
He's applying the pressure.
Oh.
And then Dev, he's creating space. That was a nice kick.
I love that work from Dev. Throws 3 jabs out there. Payton instinctively slips to slip that 4th jab. He threw so many, but instead of the jab, Dev threw the lead left hook. So baited him out. You can tell Dev's still in this fight trying to find homes for shots, because he's trying to bait Payton into these traps, these striking traps. He's doing a good job here, but the health and body so low on both fighters, really. Any big shot from both people with a vulnerability window could cause a rock right now.
Yeah, for sure. He's starting to land, Dev Raider is starting to land that lead hook, because Payton is looking heavily for the slip off to the right and the straight, but we can't forget that Payton's body health is really low. It could take a couple more body hits and he could get rocked.
Yeah, for both of them, I think you're right, Spider. I mean, this is dangerous right here. Front kick up the middle. This is the work of Diaz right here, though, and those body kicks are going to do even better to hurt that stamina of Dead every single time that liver shot's getting fired in. He's planting when he's throwing that as well. He's not even chasing it down. There's a big left hook he was landing earlier in that fight, now going to the body, so Payton really turning up the pressure. When Dev gets put against the cage, his offense is so reduced. The problem is he's throwing 2 shots to the head right there because he's worried about going to the body because of that uppercut, but those 2 shots to the head are bouncing off that block of Payton every single time.
What a round. What a good back and forth they have going on here. Who do you feel that is going to be taking that round?
I feel that Payton maybe took that. Payton took the second round and Dev took the first, so we're talking a round of 3 here. So really both men have to dig deep here. It's been a lot. Who's going to give out first?
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
What a straight left
Wow.
right down the pipe. My freaking goodness, man. Right down the middle. What was it? A jab? Or was he loading up on a big right hand? That's what cost him right there. Yeah, and this stage of the fight, you know, when both people are hurt, all it takes is a little loading up on something big. Watch it in real time right here. 1-2 got slipped. And then left hook. Let's see if he... It wasn't really too much of a read. Bam. Tried to plant for it. And Payton just planted, throwing that straight left right down the pipe right there. Charging it up. Man, good work. Just planting and throwing. Payton doing a lot of damage. I don't think really it was necessarily the KO strike that, you know, changed the course of the fight. It was all the damage accumulation of that second round, that pressure Payton put on, the work he did to the head, to the body, all over the place. So good work by Payton, good continuous pressure. Got a couple of slips in there, and good work by Dev as well, man. Just trying to set some traps, but ultimately, I think you're right, Spider. More space need to be created. He kind of accepted that cage position a little too much. If he worked actively to hit some side flicks to get out from that position, maybe could have changed up the pace of that fight. But yeah, a good finish by Payton right there. Way to represent the ESFL team, Payton. That's right.
You know, I'm on Dev's side. I think UFC did something after yesterday's fight with Pettis. I think they might have lowered his, you know, chin health, because that jab looked a little light. But you know, I just noticed right now that he did duck and he did counter, and that does play a good effect when you are fighting, because it, you know, dodge and you waste stamina, and he did hit him nice, you know, right straight on the button.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the Payton's best counters. I've seen him do it before. He'll duck under a combination, a 3 or 4 punch combination. He'll duck under and land the straight or the uppercut. That's one of his best counter shots that he lands, and it's very effective, as you've just seen. Great work from Payton.
Yeah, great work indeed. And Dev Raider there, letting us know he's been training in the new camp. I know he didn't get the win tonight, still look good, but he's been training with Mad Dog in the new camp Suave. You know, people let me know sometimes there's new camps forming, fighters making alliances, training, working together, putting in the hours in the gym. Outside of here, it's always good to learn of other people. But Camp Suave, Team Suave, picking up an L this evening, but Mad Dog's fighting later. Hopefully he can get that back. But Dev's asked me to plug, so there we go. Look out for Team Suave. More people coming from that. Right, now, moving swiftly on to the next fight of the evening. It's featherweight. Have we had every fight at welterweight tonight? Am I going crazy? Has it all been at welterweight? I think it has. Maybe someone can let me know. Been absolutely crazy. Right.
Yeah, it's been in every single fight.
There we go. This next fight, thankfully, not at welterweight this evening. Going to be doing it at featherweight right here. And we have Double Matt taking on Luba Libre right here. Double Matt number 18th in the world. Luba Libre number 17th right now in the ESFL rankings. So another close matchup between two guys. Very close in the rankings. Can you tell us anything about either fighter here, Spider?
Double Matt, I actually fought him in my very ESFL fight way back on Proving Grounds card. He beat me in that fight.
Proving Grounds. Oh, that's retro.
That's going back a while.
Proving Grounds, mate. Love it.
Love it. But yeah, he's very, very good grappler. He's been here for a long time, very experienced. And Luba Libre, he loves Mike Perry. He just loves everything about Mike Perry, his style. He tries to implement that in the game, very aggressive, comes with the overhand, the boxing, you know, elbows, some Muay Thai. So that should be an interesting one.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's important to point out right here, you know, Double Matt dropped 2 losses this season immediately. Went 0-2 straight away. Not great for someone like Double Matt, who's a veteran, you know. But he's now on a 2-fight win streak. So he's coming off a win against Dabba, who was a great fighter in the ESFL, and now he's on a 2-fight win streak. So make this a 3rd, moving up them rankings, number 18th in the world right now. So trying to jut on up there past Libre, who coming off a loss right now in his last fight against Legacy. So man, both good fighters, good matchup right here. 2 vets, like you said. Double Matt been doing this since the day, and also repping ESFL tonight. So we'll see how they get on. Nice little bow show of respect. We like to see that. And Zabit versus Holloway is always a good matchup too.
It's a mismatch if you ask me. You got somebody that's very good at striking and somebody that's really good at takedowns. It's going to be a clash of styles for sure.
Ducking roundhouse whiffs over the top.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
There.
We're going to see that from both fighters. Matt Holloway has stunning stuff with the beat does. That is going to be traded in the strap.
Yeah, Holloway is really good for, you know, because he can take a beating and you can keep on coming. You can pick your opponent apart with those 1-2s. But that fight is already over. I don't even need to say anything else. I was going to mention how Double Matt, you know, has picked up Zabit. He's got skills everywhere. Double Matt usually much more of a grappler. Definitely evolved his game. But there we go. Takes top position, gets the crucifix, and that's all she wrote. And that's why you can't sleep on people like Double Matt, because they can end the fight immediately. Cheeky little outside trip takedown from the single collar. You got to be aware of that from Zabit. You cannot let him close the distance. Every time as Zabit gets near you, man, he's a long fighter. You know, you can't expect him to fight on the inside. You've got to be aware of that. Unfortunately tonight, I mean, we know how good Libre is. You know, that's got to feel bad. He was 1-1, now 1-2 this season. Let him close the distance, especially against someone like Double Matt. And Double Matt, man, breezing through 3-fight win streak right here, shows up nice, and that's easy work for Double Matt. He's going to get back behind the scenes and start wrangling more fighters and sending us information, because his work is already done tonight. Nice and quick for him right there, killing spree. Yes.
Nah, for sure, fantastic for Double Matt. He's been the kind of fighter, he may not have been on good win streaks, but he's always showed up to fight, and it's great to finally see him on a good win streak. I hope this is a new and improved Double Matt. It looked like it tonight. I hope he continues this on. For sure,
for sure. Killing spree, what do you think?
Man, that fight could be put on Instagram. It was so quick.
For sure.
Like I was telling you, it's a clash of styles, man. You have a striker, you have somebody that can take it to the floor. Obviously, Zabit has his own takedown. It's very, very cheese, if you ask me, but it has a very small window where you could counter it, and it didn't seem like he could counter anything like that. He got into the crucifix, started laying it on him, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, Zabit has a whole range of tools, man. He's got a bunch of crazy kicks you got to be aware of. Really, really good counter follow-ups that you got to be careful of too. You know, you can whiff and respin, and yeah, whenever he closes that distance, he's got spinning elbows and knees and nice elbows when it's that close. But you're fighting Double Matt. You know how good he is on the ground. You can't let him get anywhere near you and expect that. It was a 1-2 straight down the pipe to set it up. Unfortunately, unable to read or stop it this time. And you know, you get tagged a few times, you kind of forget, you know, but you got to remember that Zabit has that, and he has that crucifix, which is so nasty. If you can get someone there, you know, there's so little threat to you. You can just concentrate on defense of the position, and then just pure offense. You know, it's a very stable, secure position, so it's very, very nice to go and hit that straight away. And like you see, you can end the fight so quickly. I think it was 4 or 5 elbows, and that was it. So yeah, great work. I think we have to say goodbye to Spider right now, because I believe you're fighting next, Spider.
Yeah, that is correct. Let me get out this booth and let me put on the gloves, and I'm hopefully going to put on a show for you guys.
Perfect.
Stay tuned.
All right, we'll see Spider in a minute. He's going to pop off and get the fight ready right there. I believe he is streaming it as well, so it might be a little bit longer of a delay between this fight and the next one. But we can just have a quick look at that finish one more time. Let it roll right here. I think this will just be the finishing sequence. It was so quick. We might see the trip, hopefully. No, just that crucifix. A side saddle hit gets denied. 1, 2, 3, and then another side saddle the opposite side. 4, 5, 6 elbows, and that's it, man. That's got to feel rough. Poor Luba, man. I mean, you know, you don't get many fights. You got to show up once every 2 weeks to fight in the ESFL, and man, to show up like that and to have it just end so quickly, I know he's got to be disappointed in himself tonight.
And a lot of people at home don't understand too that these guys like play to like practice for their opponent day in and day out. So like, taking the L, it's not that I mean, it's not that easy, They have to go back to the job. What's going to work for them again? But again, man, double Matt, beast, knew what he was doing, took him down, and there was no looking up from there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it just shows you, man. Double Man is definitely someone to be reckoned with right here. I mean, he's been playing, like Spider said, since Proving Grounds, man. Proving Grounds was a little side event we used to run on Wednesday nights, which we ran from about, I don't know, maybe March until July or August of last year. So it didn't run for very long, and we had a whole bunch of new ESFL competitors come up through the Proving Grounds. Double Map was one of them, and that was a long time ago, man. So he's been doing the damn thing, and right now sitting on a 3-fight win streak, going into season 2. Ended season 1 on a sort of, a fairly even record, I believe. Similar wins to loss ratio, but showing this season, man, he's improving. He's getting some wins in, and 3 wins, man. Dropped 2 straight away, coming back strong. So good work, Double Man, here tonight. I know it feels like we're talking about this fight over and over again, guys, but we are just trying to kill some time as these guys get ready. I can see Spider is just setting up this session right now. I want to see if we can take a look at some of these finishes already this evening. We had a couple of nice, clean, clinical finishes. We'll just run through a little bit of it. I don't think we really had many decisions right here. Let's just recap some of those finishes earlier on. If you missed some of them, great fights already here tonight. This was the finish in the first fight. Mr. Meeseeks dropped to 4-0, and Gamer Room getting that win right here. Nice little lead hook. This was a back and forth crazy fight. Meeseeks throwing an overhand right there where it rocked, man. And this was just too much damage for Meeseeks to take. He had the health dropped. The health dropped as low as his block, almost right there. And that was a nice little back and forth right there. Unfortunately, Meeseeks dropping to 0-4. If you missed that one, that was a nice little war to get us started tonight. Then moving on after that, we just see the victory right here. I think this was a submission finish from the top. Yeah, arm triangle hit right here by XYZ coming in. Number 1 ranked fighter on the Xbox rankings right now. Came in, I think it was like a 30-second arm triangle from top position. Got taken down off an inside reap from a double under clinch. Swept, took full mount, and then just cranked an arm triangle after landing some beautiful ground and pound. So great work right there by XYZ. Look out for him. And this was a beautiful finish. The corralling against the cage of Dabba against Hammer. This was a competitive fight in the 3rd round. 1 minute left. Gets a nice rock off that lead kick, and there finished with the lead uppercut. Nice and close to forward pressure in that fight, making a difference from Dabba, as well as the head movement. Hammer unable to contend in the 2nd and 3rd round in the striking exchanges. Got picked apart a little bit and finished off in the 3rd round right there. May have gone another way if it went to the decision, we don't know. And here we just saw it, Double Mat with that crucifix position. 6 elbows to the top. We got 1, 2, 3, another deny, and here comes the next 3 to get him that win nice and early. So out of those finishes so far, if you had to pick a finish, Killer, I know you're just watching them back on the replay on the broadcast right here, but if you had to pick a finish of the night so far, anything stand out to you from there? Any performances so far stand out for you?
Yes. I don't know the names because it is kind of lagging for me, but the front kick knockout,
Oh yeah,
by far was the best one in my opinion. One of my favorites. He just got in his zone, was playing with them. It was Peacock.
It
So
was Peacock.
was just like I said. He was messing with him, having a little fun. Stepped back, threw the kick in his face, gave him the toes. Bam! That was my favorite one right there. Definitely knockout of the night so far.
Yeah, I don't want to be biased and not show it. I was just pulling the first couple of highlights, but I feel like now I showed the last one as well. So there we go. Just run it back right there. Peacock with that front kick to finish right there. Apologies for not showing that one. I've got nothing against EK. Let's not start any tinfoil hat, Eddie Brother conspiracies right here. Good work right there, though. Yeah, you're right. That was a great performance by Peacock. Really, really dominant performance right here. And Spider has sent out the invite. They are just waiting to get this next fight underway. Take a quick look at the fight card one more time right here tonight. After this matchup, we've only got 5 fights left. 4 fights until the main event this evening. You're going to see Pryoxis, YouTube star and sensation now, we should say, kicking butt over there on YouTube with his content. If you're not following him, go check him out. We also have, after this Spider fight, Unnoticed Legacy taking on Larvae. Unnoticed Legacy, another great content creator over here on Twitch, doing the damn thing, streaming UFC 3. Dino, great fighter, taking on Brand New Mac. I think he still has the longest title reign ever recorded in ESFL history. If I'm not mistaken, I'll probably get corrected on that one. I feel like Brand New Mac held that belt, defended it maybe 4, 5, 6 fights in a row, unless I'm going crazy. So he's back tonight, doing well so far this season. And Mad Dog taking on EK Elitist, another EK representing tonight, one of the Elite Kings. So that should be a good matchup too. So I am excited for the rest of this card, Killing Spree.
Yeah, it's definitely stacked. My eyes are pretty much focused on brand new Mac. I am a fan of brand new Mac. Also, big shout out to Pryoxis, because I am a subscriber and I do watch him. I watch all his his tutorials and stuff to make you a better fighter and stuff like that. It definitely does help, especially if you're playing in that type of level of competition. So shout out to him. I did watch his channel grow, and he's been doing it. And to see him, I think at one point he was #1 on, I believe, Xbox.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was ranked #1 on Xbox. And he's just been killing it with the streams, man.
Yeah, and if you are following his Twitter, got a picture with Dana White on Saturday night. So last night,
I did see that.
UFC came to his hometown, I do believe, and he was there getting a picture with Dana White, the big cheese himself. And I asked him, I said, did you tell him, you're the #1 ranked esports fighter champion on Xbox right now? You are #1 in the ESFL. You're the champion. You hold the belt. They should be putting the camera on you halfway through that card. Maybe one day we'll have that, on the UFC broadcast. Some celebrities here this evening. We got the #1 ranked fighter in the ESFL, maybe not ESFL, but esports, UFC, it's going to go hand in hand. If we had bloody Ninja in that stadium, I'm sure they'd have the camera on him. So maybe one day Pryor get his dues. But he has that photo right now, so look back on that photo in 3 years, Pryor, to see if you're still champion, and you can show Dana White when he took a picture with you, man. So we'll see. All right.
Yeah, I did see that picture. I was jelly too, because I'm like, man, to see Dana White in person, that's that's something that I want to do. See him in person, interact with him. Pick his brain and
see
stuff
how
like that. Yeah.
big he is. If he, he's looking quite fat. No, I'm joking. He's not fat at all. I'm just kidding. Right, we are waiting right here. I know Spider's sending out that invite, waiting for this fight to get go. We are just getting a message from the guys in the back right now. We'll see if we get an update on this one. I don't want to hit the intermission, but we might do it. Oh, right. Apparently there has been a no-show. Another replacement is coming in right now, though. So Double Matt, by the way, just won that fight not 5 minutes ago, in the back right now, wrangling a replacement for Spider. So props to Double Matt for getting a nice, easy, quick win and helping set up this next matchup for us here in the back right here. So yeah, Tekkas is a no-show. We've been told to talk about the weather, right? What we're gonna do?
Can we get duck emojis in the comment section, guys?
There we go. Well, what we can do is we can hit intermission and run highlights of tonight's event so far. I think that's probably... Oh no, hang on. Just as I say that, do not go anywhere. It looks like we are good to go right here. There's the replacement coming in. Slick Colt is going to step in short notice, fight the Spider right here. So it should be a good fight. We looks like we're good to go. Killing Spree. What can you tell us, man, about this matchup right here? We've got middleweight. Who would you like to take at middleweight?
I would love for this to be a Luke Rockhold versus Romero.
Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see if they pick it.
Spider,
but
obviously,
looks like...
taking Anderson Silva. That's his guy. If he didn't get it, it's in the name right here. Spider doing some good work in the booth. Again, if you're chilling and wondering why Spider sounds like he might be, a little bit muffled tonight, slight technical difficulties on his end with his computer not recognizing his microphone. So sorry about that one. But nonetheless, it's good to have insight, especially the insight of a player as good as himself. If you don't know how good he is, well, you're about to find out. Maybe. But I think we're going to see some displays from Spider tonight. Tekkas, obviously, it's a shame he's no-showing this evening. This would have been Tekkas' promotional debut tonight in the ESFL. And now Slick Colt, apparently we have no information on Slick Colt either. So coming out of nowhere, I think just one of those guys who definitely has stood up and said, I'm one of the best in the world. I'd like a shot. He's getting a shot right now against one of the vets of the game. The Spider, been in the ESFL for nearly a year now. This season, right now, doing one-on-one, coming off a loss to El Technico. Now, El Technico, one of the best in the world. The Spider getting that loss. That's a great matchup. If you haven't seen that fight, one of the best fights I think we've had in the ESFL recently. Anyway, I'll say it was a great fight and a razor close, outcome in that fight. So Spider back here one-on-one, trying to make it to 2 this season, currently ranked number 21. But again, yeah, Colt showing up out of nowhere, killing Spree. I mean, come on, the ball's on this guy.
You know, it's his debut is what I'm considering this. You know, even if he loses, just stepping up to the plate to fight somebody that is ranked that high, you know, you got a set of them. You know, you're good. You know, you're gonna come in, you're gonna show us what you got, and there's no judgment. And
Well,
if he comes up with the upset, you know, that'll be something, you know, to talk about.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Slick Colt with that Jacare pick that is obviously, as far as it is, you know, established in terms of popularity, the meta right here in middleweight, we see a lot of Jacare. And even, you know, last week, we had only a couple of middleweight fights. I think most of the Jacares won. Even if they're getting picked apart early, man, Jacare's got power in those hands, can sit down and bang. Got fairly good cardio, and also if it hits the ground in any way, you're in trouble. But Slick Colt taking on the Spider, been in the booth commentating tonight. Let's see if it affects his performance. Every time I see him, he usually pops something new for us, a new combination, a new way to set up a head kick, a new fake of a strike into another strike. So I'll be looking to pick someone out tonight, maybe that we see from him. But he's got the fighter he likes to use, the Spider, using the Spider Anderson Silva. Not too bad off his back, really, but could be better if he gets Jacare on top of him. It's going to be trouble here. And Spider, fairly competent on the ground, but he is a striker, wants to keep this on the feet. Slick Colt, I don't know, maybe he's gone Jacare because he wants to hit that submission. Maybe Slick Colt's just gone Jacare because he's a great fighter here in the middleweight division. It doesn't matter. The point is, we're here. 4 fights left until the main event. That means we are currently at the top of the main card. Moving on, ESFL 59 Esports Fight League. Thank you for joining us. 2 bows of respect, touch and gloves, and we're going to get it on.
Oh, he goes for the takedown right away.
Man. Double jab into the double leg. Let's see how Spider's defense is. And man, hits the body-to-body suplex immediately right here. Gets that butterfly sweep, though, that Anderson does have into full guard. Let's see if he can keep top position. Slick Colt, double fake pump to the outside. Hits the half guard step over here and going straight for an arm triangle reverse by Spider right now. And Slick Colt low on that stamina. Pump straight through. Nice slice into full mount. And these shots coming down from Spider. Slick Colt wanted this grappling exchange. Let's see how well he does off his back now he's here, because that reversal came nice and quick from Spider, who didn't even get to show any striking that I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes, but has this dominant position in full mount and doing a good job defending and preventing these transitions. Slick Colt still on his back here. This ain't good for Colt.
Yeah, you know, Spider, being a Spider, he's being all around him, covering every angle. Defending very well. You know, I want to see what he could do from side control. If this is all depend. Oh, he's gonna go to full mount. It all depends on what he's gonna do the next level.
I like taking that mount position as well. That's how I like to be on the ground. You know, it's the most dominant position you can really have. There's not a lot of options once you're postured up. It feels like a safe position. Once you hit postured up full mount, you can just recover your stamina. You know, it's a nice passive place. You can just wait for a moment. Really take your time, be patient with it. Half guard, you can get a lot of damage. Side control, you can get a lot of damage. But mount, you can just sit and relax. But nice get up by Slick Colt. Back on the feet. He was the one who shot that double leg off that double jab. So Spider's got to try and read that. If he sees another double jab on a 1-2 right here, and another drive to the cage. Now, although he drove all the way, oh, he's going to sit for the Kimura. No, fakes the Kimura. And he's got to watch the hands right now. There they go, lower and down. Nice defense by Spider, stuffing that takedown right there. Now, I've not been able to see how much stamina drain happens when you defend those, because obviously Division 5 and up on ranked, you don't get to see the stamina effect of those defenses, but it's nice to see how much that really took off Slick Colt. Another takedown defense here. And Spider can be patient right here. Nice reverse with the under over. Sits out and back to this single collar clinch right here and into the full tie. This is bad right here now, Killing Spree.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. He's definitely draining his stamina, not only just by putting the pressure on him in the clinch, but by denying those transitions. And, you know, Colt, oh, he let him go,
Ooh.
actually.
I think he wants to get a nice flashy knockout right here. Looked like Spider could keep that position. Colt trying to transition before blocking there. Really, if you're in that single collar, you got to block and then hit your transition. Otherwise, anything they throw is going to interrupt your transition. So, but these are nice little jabs coming out here from Colt, really putting on the pressure, closing the distance, not giving Spider any space to set up any kind of long-range offense with these kicks. This is boxing right down the middle, these 1-2s, but the stamina difference is quite extreme, and man, oh, turning side kick, nothing doing with closing of that round. That was good work by Spider, man. Good defense on those takedowns against the cage. Initially did get taken down, but hit that sweep when that arm triangle attempt came out from Colt. He went straight to that full stamina. I don't know if he would have got it, even if he got through to it. But a lot of aggression from Colt in that round too. A nice belly-to-belly suplex into side control, but wasn't really able to do much at this top position here, unfortunately. And landed some nice 1-2s down the middle towards the end of that round, though. Some body kicks, so did get off a fair amount of offense, closing that distance on Spider, really creating some problems. I think Spider wants to sit a range a little bit more, but what did you think, Kingsbury?
You know, when I saw Spider weaving his web, setting out those, you know, like faking it out and like moving to top mount, he was just setting him up, was letting him up. Seems like he's kind of messing with him, kind of just to drain his stamina, like you said, do something flashy for the people watching ESFL at home. I'm just interested to see where he takes it this round.
It was a lot. Everything Colt was throwing in that last round was coming off that jab, and immediately slips and then pull counters with a nice front kick as well. Now doing a great job with that head movement defensively. A little bit better than moving the feet, but Colt is just coming right down the middle right here, which is just so much for forward pressure. Just going to reset. Leg kick to the outside. That's nice work right there. Little lead leg oblique kick and catch into the straight. There's a teep right down the middle too. So beautiful work right there. Catching that nice and clean. Straight into the front kick. That's what we like to see.
He's starting to get fancy. He's starting to do some head movements. Colt is definitely still holding his own, but he needs to be careful because he's now school.
It's non-stop pressure from Colt, which is, you know, closing that distance, letting him actually land some boxing, but he's just running forward right now. And if you're going to run through it and bang the 1-2, there's a nice flying knee. Rear uppercut, lead hook to the body, lead hook straight, uppercut coming back through here too. So Colt doing a nice job covering up, but he's just walking into these strikes. Oh, tries to go for the flying head kick, and that gives a nice double leg to Colt. But I think you're right here, trying to set something up big for the finish.
He's trying to show, you know, he's not just all talk.
I don't think he does much talking, Spider, really. Tends to execute, but there we go. Back on the feet right here. Jab, lead uppercut, misses. And again, he's slipping so well off that jab right here. If I'm Colt, I'm trying to find another way to enter. If you're going to pump forward with that jab, man, you've been slipped on so many times. But jabs back into the double leg. Colt is doing a fairly good job of executing these takedowns.
You know, he's executing those takedowns. I believe he's actually 100% in takedowns. He's actually been able to shoot and get all his takedowns. Maybe he missed one, but I don't remember seeing him missing it.
But he had all of those takedowns against the cage in the first round that obviously got defended. But now he's hitting an armbar right here, and Spider's going to have a tough job. Submission defense on Anderson Silva is not overly good, but nice work, patiently working out at stage 3 right there. And Colt trying to hit that armbar, doesn't get it. And now we've got Spider posturing up and wisely standing up right here, maybe taking it back to where he's having a lot of advantage. Again, leading with that jab is what's getting Colt slipped on, so he needs to find another avenue of attack. If he's going to step in and pump that jab, bam, drive into the cage with that double leg again right here.
And you know what he does here? I was going to say, if he pump fakes, and because Spider's actually predicting what exactly he's going to press just by watching the animations, but he didn't get it that time. But he is paying attention. And
props to Colt for mixing up his takedown attempts here. Hitting a triangle right now is Spider. This is going to be real tough to submit. Colt with the defense on Jacare, I believe it's 99 or something stupid. Unable to hit it right there. But a nice little attempt towards the end. Props to Colt for mixing up those takedowns on the cage right there. Hit that single leg. Didn't get it, so went back to the double leg. Feet apart, good defense right there. So, yeah, pulled the legs out underneath and getting a bunch of these takedowns. Spider did drop Colt, though, in that round. Definitely going to walk away with it merely on that factor. And every time that step jab's coming forward, Spider is making the read and slipping nicely. So, I think Spider's just being patient, not trying to overexert himself or put himself in harm's way at the extent of getting the finish. But if Colt keeps walking onto these strikes, his head health is not going to last in this third round.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And another thing is, too, like, I would just stick to, keep taking them down. Know your limits, know your ledge, and take them where you think you could get the advantage of. But he's definitely executing the takedowns really well.
Yeah, another body-to-body suplex here. Great job. Spider able to hit that bump right back though to full guard, and this is good. That back sit worked for him. Double faking it now. Nice little short shot into the get up as well. That's good work by Spider. Double faking the back sit and up to the get up here. But I think he needs to hold this center octagon. Do not let himself get pushed over either side, because if he goes backwards, he's just going to get drived on. And although Colt's not always finishing those takedowns, you know, it's not letting Spider get any offense off on with his stand-up. So he needs to hold the center of the octagon. Although this is a little different to what his normal strategy is. Whenever his back's going anywhere near that line, you gotta imagine that Colt's going to look to drive, but he sits in the pocket a little too long right here with the head health low, and a nice little check lead hook dropping him right there. Nice body kick from Spider too. And you got to think Colt's going to try and set up that takedown again.
Yeah, and you know, it does waste the stamina if Spider fights back. If he lets him, ooh, nice hook. If he lets it take him back to the cage, you know, it'll waste less stamina. Yeah,
nice little lead hook check one more time right there, and double pumper straight to the body. He's trying to get that head kick finish. Anything he can do to make it fancy. Rear uppercut lead hook right there. And why is he not following him down? Knows the head health is super low, going to set something up. I feel a question mark kick is probably coming right here. Trying to fake that straight, bring something out. Nice sprawl right on top here. He's got 2 minutes left in this fight. You know he's going to look for the finish. Double fakes the switch knee into the elbow. I've seen that one before. Straight left to the body. Left hook gets blocked, but the rear uppercut comes in. Jab to the body, jab up top straight as well. And these shots of Colt trying to do anything he can to stop this offense right now. Nice lead leg body kick. Double straight into the roundhouse too. So Spider just opening up with every can right here. You got to think Colt's going to try and clinch or shoot that takedown. Anything he can to survive. Nice head movement. Double slip into the drive. But again, a nice sprawl on top right there by Spider.
He's starting to predict the takedowns. He's paying attention. He's wanting to get the finish.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just want to look for that finish right here. Got that format which he had earlier. Once he hit the triangle armbar, not going to happen. Slick Colt just going to hold on for dear life right here. He's got a bunch of takedowns, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win this fight on the scorecards. Trying to hit that armbar here from postured up. Going to be a tough mission. 5 stages to submit Jaco Rey Souza right now. And Colt trying to push a 3-way escape pattern right here, going down, up, left. He's going all 4 directions right now. Can't make his mind up. He's going to let Spider advance into the 4th stage. Doesn't get the finish. Finishes on top to pound out this round. But I think the Spider probably did enough.
I believe so too. I see Spider actually getting the W. Not that, you know, Colt didn't do enough, but Spider was just doing everything on all levels, takedowns. He was defending really well towards the end of the 3rd round, and then, you know, was just like really just working the body and the head.
Yeah, a nice mix-up of attacks from Spider. You can kind of tell he was looking for something flashy towards the end. Maybe thought he wanted to finish it nicely. And, you know, props to Colt, man. He showed up here, took on the number 21 guy in the world. He got a bunch of takedowns, which was good for him. And this is the first decision we have tonight right here. And there we go. Spider getting another win. Picking up another 1 next to his name. Moving to 2-1 so far this season. And coming off that back of that loss to El Technico, gets a nice win here tonight, which will move him up the rankings a little bit. Look for a higher level opponent, probably in his next fight. But again, Tekers was scheduled to fight Spider tonight, not showing up tonight. Colt stepping in on short notice. So props to Colt, man. You know, if you're a replacement and you come in on short notice, you might lose that fight, but you can bet your bomb you're going to probably get another one just for showing up right there. So Slick Colt gets beaten in the decision right there. And he got 10 takedowns in that fight. You know, that's a lot. That's a lot of takedowns to hit in your 3-round fight.
That is a lot, you know, and that takes skill to not just execute it, but to pursue it to a point where you know you're going to get it. If you do, you know, like his strategy, which was to drive the takedown against the cage, fake it out, and then either do the single leg or the double leg takedown. And it worked out for his favor. But, you know, Spider was definitely a little stronger and came out victorious.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if we can get Spider back in the booth here before we move over to the next fight. Hey, Spider, good fight. Congratulations on the win, sir.
Thank you very much. Wasn't my finest performance, but, you know, fair play to Slick Colt. He stepped up on very last second, short notice. I've known him from Ultimate Team. He's an Ultimate Team player. And I think he has a bright future in the ESFL. You know, very tough debut. My original opponent was supposed to be Techers. I was preparing for that, but nonetheless, we had a good fight.
Yeah, man, he did a great job driving to the cage, controlling that center of the octagon. I feel like after you sort of recognized that, try to hold the center a little more, that wasn't as much of a problem. I don't think you really wanted to go in with that close type boxing game plan, but had to switch it up purely because if you took a step back too close to the cage, he was just going to drive you to it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, he did a good job of that. He actually got a couple of takedowns that way. I was really looking for the counter shot the majority of the fight, but he did a good job of being unpredictable with his strikes, and he didn't overcommit as much as I thought he maybe would. So that was good on his part. But yeah, I got the job done in the end, and Slick Colt, very tough. Look out for him in the future.
Yeah, I think it was a good adjustment by him. Definitely the start of that second round. He'd been pumping that double jab that first round all the way through, pumping that double jab, and anything just came off that step jab offense. So you definitely made those reads at the beginning of that second round, and you punished him. You were slipping off, pull countering, checking with that lead hook, and he took a lot of, I think it was like 2 knockdowns in the space of 45 seconds at the start of that second round. So yeah, like you said, good job for him for then, reining it in a little bit, not overcommitting on those strikes, and managing to mix up the offense a little bit to the point where you weren't able to read him as easy. But yeah, like you said, props to him filling in on short notice. My goodness, I think I must be getting tired because I am just falling over my words this evening, guys. Thanks for filling in on short notice, and yeah, good performance, Spider.
Yeah,
it's a good W right there.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
Good work, bro. I enjoyed it because I felt like you were going for something fancy and felt like you were like, all right, it's getting serious. Like I'm gonna have to, finish the fight, and you were trying, but Colt was he was trying to stay alive.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. He did a good job. Like I said, he didn't overcommit. I was looking for something fancy. It wasn't there though tonight, unfortunately. So, but I even tried to grapple with him. I was looking for the submission. Choked it on the last gate, but we still got the victory. But thank you, thanks to everyone for watching, and thank you guys for the kind words.
All right, next fight is all ready to go. Right here is going to be a man who's been streaming this game on Twitch recently, currently 1-0 so far this season, Mr. Unnoticed Legacy, who is probably hoping that it doesn't go entirely unnoticed. I mean, you're competing in the ESFL. Let's hopefully get you some props in here this evening. You are currently ranked number 9 in the world off the back of 1 victory. That just goes to show we do the rankings based on wins and losses, of course, but if there's even matchups between people, and it's also based on the level of competition that you've faced and the performances against those competition, because the guys at the top doing these rankings, they know these fighters, they know who should fight who should be ranked where. Unnoticed Legacy up there 1-0 at number 9 right now in the world. Just goes to show how much of a prospect Unnoticed Legacy is with a couple more fights. Could be moving up, a couple of wins, challenging for that belt, but he's taken on Larvae right here, who is also only 1-0 this season, sitting at number 12 in the world. So this is a matchup here, a top spot battling. The loser could be out of that top 10 right now. So they both want it. It's both at welterweight. They're both great fighters. So yeah, have you fought either of these guys, Spider?
Unnoticed Legacy, like you said, great stats, number 9. But he actually, for me, he has went quite unnoticed. Larvae, I'm very familiar with Larvae. Great striking, like I say, well-rounded game. He'll look to work the movement, the low kicks, especially with Stephen Thompson picked here. But nah, I haven't seen Unnoticed Legacy, but if the hype is real about him, this should be a good fight.
How about you, Killing Spree?
I haven't fought either of these gentlemen, nor have I seen them fight. But you're talking numbers here. You're talking them being ranked in the ESFL. Number 9. It's obviously going to be, a dogfight, especially when you're up that high in the rankings. It's going to be a great fight. Very technical.
Yeah, we'll get it on. This is a great matchup right here. Woodley versus Thompson, always good. Unnoticed Legacy. If you saw the stats before the fight right now, these guys have fought each other before. Larvae winning 12 fights to 5. So let's see how they get on right now. This is on the big stage, so this is ESFL, not beyond the realms of possibility in a matchup like that for Unnoticed Legacy to get the W. He's done it before. Statistically, Larvae winning a few more times, but we'll see how it plays out. And this is good range work right here from Legacy, using that lead body kick nicely, not even going to the side kick, just flicking off that lead leg right here. And you can see the start stepping on the entry right now of Larvae, just trying to find the safest way in. Doesn't want to run into a side kick, doesn't want to run into a body kick. Lots of fake jabs right there. Fake jab, didn't step in, but still ate that body kick. Nice block down low. Legacy controlling that range, preventing that offense right here. So it's going to be a question of, can Larvae enter safely right now? Because he's trying to find openings. And almost through that left hook that probably would have landed nicely off that jab.
Yeah, for sure. I think Larvae, I think he's very good at feinting in, he's very good at distracting you with the jabs and stuff. I think in this fight the leg kick will do him dividends because he'll limit that movement from Stephen Thompson. You see he's circling left and right a lot. There you go, there's a big one there.
Yeah, that leg kick already doing damage to that left leg. The problem with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, though, is he has the 99 switch stance, so you got to be on both legs because he's not going to lose anything when he changes stance right there. But Larvae wisely hitting that leg kick, and it's going to be big power for Woodley, man. It's lots of power if he can catch him planting, if he can step in. And he used that leg kick, and then he was inside in range and immediately threw a one lead hook. So did a great job closing distance and following up with strikes. But beautiful work, man. Stops that low body kick right there and shoots to the double leg right away, putting him on his back.
That's been the go-to move I've seen when people use Thompson, is the body kick to create space. Definitely, you know, that's, like I said earlier, that's definitely a move you want to have in your arsenal, and when to use it.
Oh, Legacy going to move his head right here, taking a lot of these left hands off Larvae. But this is going to be real tough for Legacy to get up. We're going to see how good he is right here as Larvae hangs around a little too long in that stack guard position. Nice little flick out on the left ankle right there. Boom, straight back into the double leg.
Yeah, he's timing that double leg very well, using Tyron Woodley in a good way. Every time that Stephen Thompson tries to come forward with a kick like he's known to do, Larvae is capitalising with a blast double leg.
Yeah, right as he steps forward into range as well. The perfect time to use that. Not even blocking, just bam, straight through on the power double. And this is good, man. You want to get some of this off in the first round, but look at Legacy here, just chopping away with these short shots and denying a couple of times. It's going to hurt the stamina right here of Larvae, who's down a little bit with these denies. And this is probably all he can do with Legacy. You know, he knows he hasn't got long left in this round. Going to try and get his denies off and just get some strikes off to get points on the board.
Wow. He's definitely working the body.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think if Legacy can keep him in his guard, he can maybe nullify some of the offense and do his damage on the feet, but he can't afford to let Tyron past that guard. Heavy grounding pound.
Yeah, real heavy ground and pound. Big numbers. A nice job hitting the straight lead body hook. I'd like to see a little bit more boxing from Legacy. He's got the range. He can close the distance. That straight right is going to be a great job. Going to do a great job to stop any, you know, to stop Larvae stepping into range. But every time he throws his body kicks, he's got to be worried about that power double or even just a straight blast double right down the pipe as he steps forward. He's a little too far away to follow up with the double leg, so maybe return to that instead of that lead body kick you were flicking out earlier. And Larvae, man, going back to that leg kick like you said right here, going to force him to switch out that orthodox stance if he keeps smashing that through.
Yeah, for sure. And if he keeps attacking the leg, that's going to help his takedowns even further. Not that he may need it because he's timing them so well, but the leg kick...
Range fakes the jab and steps in with the straight right. Like there, nice little work just to close the distance. A lot of fakes. Loves to fake the jab, hit the straight to the body as well. But Legacy's noticing him level changing right there. Tried to throw the knee up the middle. Didn't land it that time, but might later switch knee off the lead leg off the jab right there. Choose good work. Now Legacy double jab it into the roundhouse, doesn't get it, and wow, stuffs the takedown, man. That could have been problems. 2 minutes left in this second round right here. And Larvae stamina is beginning to show some signs of wear and tear, man. He's going to have to make some adjustments.
You know, I didn't believe the 513 difference was going to play a factor in this game. And I was correct. So far, Legacy does have the stamina advantage over Larvae. So, you know, it could play... you know, a factor in going into the third round.
Yeah, for sure. He just got a nice sweep off the takedown there. He's been capitalising off the kick, sorry. He's been capitalising on those kicks brilliantly. He's in a half guard position right now. He can post off and do some heavy damage or go to mount or side control. But whatever he chooses to do, this could be bad for Unnoticed Legacy.
Yeah, and he has got to do something with this ground and pound to really even out this stamina and mix it up so he can cause some damage with a couple of those short shots, because he's not really trying to land anything big. I've seen Larvae throw a few overhands, but he's not setting up an abundance of combinations, which means the damage on Legacy hasn't really been that extensive so far. He's really not hurt any part of his body, and he's only got one round really to perhaps finish him. He's done a little bit of damage to that left leg, but he's certainly not tuned him up to the point where a couple of shots are going to be able to finish him off in this third round. He's going to have to land something big when he gets the opportunity, because a couple of those double legs, all these short shots, not really anything significant, and nothing that's going to make it an easy victory, because he may have to finish in this third round.
Yeah, at least a submission, because if he keeps taking it to the ground, I don't see him having the stand-up advantage either, because it seems like Legacy is controlling the fight on the feet and Larvae is controlling it on the floor, but he's not really doing anything on the floor besides, Dino, like you said, the short punches to the ribs.
Yeah, for sure. When you get someone down in this game, it's not enough to hold top position. You know, you really have to do damage to influence the judges, because if he's lighting them up on the feet like he is right now, then Larvae's at a damage disadvantage.
Nice little lead hook. Catching. Legacy steps out after throwing that sidekick. Legacy's getting a little loose right now, throwing a couple of 3-4 punch combinations. He's not done a lot of damage to Larvae either, but he's definitely been outpointing and landing more consistently. So Larvae's got to find a way to land something big. Straight left hook misses, and then another straight left hook misses. But that straight left hook landed nicely on the chin, but he's going to need more of that if he wants to, you know, really do some damage to Legacy and cause some problems. I like the way Legacy pulls that lead body kick a lot. He throws it out there. He pulls a lot. Nice check into a nice double, but he gets the deny on that. How on earth did he stop that takedown?
And with the leg going through a health event like that, that's tough. So definitely, you know, stop the transition.
Nice pull counter. Block was broken right there. Stops that, but no follow-up from Larvae right here. And he can hit that leg kick again all he wants, but he's in southpaw right now. It's going to be tough to hurt that left leg.
But yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Bailey, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Unnoticed Legacy. You're right, he's flicking that lead leg out, whether he's feinting it, whether he's throwing it high or low. He's doing what he should with Stephen Thompson to control that range. He's flicking the leg out.
Yeah, and it keeps Larvae on the outside. I mean, he's not moving forward when he sees that leg come off the ground. And even if he doesn't throw it, planted that turning side kick to the body. And man, look at Larvae. He's ready to snatch up that ankle pick, drag him back down to the ground right here. But he's got side control, bump back to half guard, and all he's doing is landing these short shots. He's got to posture up and do some big damage or look for some kind of finish, because I don't think he's going to win this on the scorecards.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to win it on the scorecards. Definitely try to, you know, at least go for a submission at the minute mark, just to give yourself enough time to actually try to hit it. But yeah.
Yeah, so we're seeing him in top position yet again. He has just over a minute to work. He's going to take the start guard again. He did a lot of damage from the last time. Let's see if he can repeat that.
It's also how Legacy got back up to the feet, because he hit that ankle side escape. But this is good job stuffing 2 foot on hip transitions right here, and this pouring of the left hand right down the middle. He's blocking some of them. It doesn't look like it is. You can watch the block or the head health go down. It looked like they were landing clean. These are all coming off the block right now. Even there, that's coming off the block, but that's still a lot of damage, man. And there again, same little scissor sweep back to the feet. Now Larvae has 10 seconds to do something big. Perhaps we don't know how it's going to finish. Another turning side kick to the body. Here comes the big overhand over the top. No, nothing doing. Good fight. Good matchup. You can tell you tell that's the number 9 and the number 12 guy in the world right there.
Yeah, when it's the higher ranked people, you can always tell they're really good just based off the fact how long the fight's going to be. Because I always watch these fights and they always go to decision.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen some tonight. But the thing that I like the most about that fight is each fighter tried to play to their character's strengths. Whether we don't know who's more effective or not, because we still have to make this decision, but they played to their character's strengths.
3 rounds to none right here. Wow.
It looks like an upset.
So just everything I commentated on is complete nonsense apparently, and I don't know how the judges score this game, or I was way too wrapped up in the commentary to even notice. I don't know what you guys thought in Twitch chat right now. I would have given it to Legacy, but damn, I mean, oh, we did have the stats right here. Oh no, they've gone. I guess we missed him. No, we're back. I don't want to keep jumping into now these stats. Only 3 takedowns. 5 minutes of top control is a lot of time. Hey, man, look at the significant strikes. I mean, maybe I called it wrong. They both threw exactly the same amount of total strikes. Larvae outlanded the total strikes. Equal significant. And hell, man, he got 3 takedowns. So, really, at the end of the day, all them short little shots on the ground must have added up. I guess I was completely wrong. Even I'm gonna read Twitch chat. I'm gonna read what you guys think. Let me know what you think. Spider, upset. What do you think? Wrong. Even. Well,
nah, I think that's a strong word to say. It was an upset. It was a close fight. I think what factored into it was Larvae was able to get 2 times that stack guard position, and he landed good ground and pound both times, and then he was doing the leg damage too. Now, Unnoticed Legacy was doing good work, but he wasn't really rocking him. He wasn't putting that oomph on the end of his combinations to actually hurt him. So I think ultimately that's what's taking it, and the wrestling control on top of that.
I mean, yeah, I'm reading chat right now. You guys are calling me a silly Billy. Hey, man, I'm here to call the fights, not judge them. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, looking at it right now, obviously looking at the stats, 100%, it's obvious that the Larvae should have won, but I guess it's just one of those things where you're wrapped up in it. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, so, but there we go. Killing Spree, what did you think?
Listen, I'm gonna need somebody in the chat, call 911. This was a robbery.
I don't know, man. The stats clearly show
the stats. The stats were okay. Like I mean, I noticed the little shots while he was like hitting him on the floor. But I mean, I thought, he won. But I mean, you never know.
Hey, man.
UFC judging.
Hey, man. There we go. It's I mean, Larvae definitely did well to work those takedowns, held top position for a long time, landed a lot of shots on the ground. It could have gone to both fighters, but in this case, statistically, and as the judges scored it, it went to Larvae. So props to Larvae. All right there. I think that's 2-0 for him right now. Number 9 in the world, going to move up an Unnoticed Legacy, picking up an L here. First one of the season, moving 2-1-1 in a good fight. Nonetheless, and like you said, Spider, both fighters played to their strengths. It was a nice little execution of both techniques from both people. Larvae sneaking out that win tonight. Right. Now, let us not speak of this fight any longer as we move on to the next fight of the evening. Is the co-main event right here. We have a veteran, one of the longest defending title holders in the ESFL in brand new Mac. Not got a belt right now, but on his way back. 2-1, 1-on-1 so far this season. Coming off a loss to QXLV. One of the better competitors here in the ESFL, and he's taken on the number 4 guy in the world in Dino right here. This is the number 27 guy in brand new Mac taking on the number 4 guy Dino. Seems like a mismatch, but I don't think so. Spider, you know these fighters. What can you say about it?
Oh, I'm very familiar with both of these. These are 2 of the guys that I've fought the most in the whole entire game. Over 100 fights with each of them. Brand new Mac, very well rounded. Great grappling. His grappling is outstanding. Dino is well rounded too, but his strength really lies in striking. He has a very methodical approach. Counter shots, mix it up to the head and body. Whereas Mac,
wow.
All right. Like you said, yeah, brand new Mac definitely started a lot more as a grappler, but we've seen him evolve in a lot of ways and definitely beat some very, very high tier fighters with his stand-up. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. But we'll see how it does tonight, man. I like the Frankie Edgar pickup. Very good. He's going to let him close the distance, get on the inside here. And, man, we'll see how this plays out right now. Trading uppercuts on the outside. A nice 1-2 down the pipe. A nice slip off the outside of that straight already. Countering with his own right down the middle, too.
Listen, people were talking about 5-13. This is 59 and single digits, I believe, for their little rivalry. Wow. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, it's over.
I didn't even have time to change the overlay back to how it was because I had it round the wrong way. This fight's already done, man. Wow. I mean, I love Frankie Edgar in this division anyway, and he really got on the inside of those strikes. Beautiful work, man. Caught him stepping out with a lead uppercut, followed up with a straight right. Always a nice, safe combination. Look at the step out right here. Bam! Right into the lead uppercut. Beautiful finish. And that clinical brand new Mac. Gotta be happy with that one here tonight. A nice, quick, easy win over the number 4 guy in the world in El Dino right there.
BNM. BNM. Wow.
That was very reminiscent of his title run in victory that next game of the week. He stopped him
Ladies
in
and gentlemen,
52
referee
seconds of
Mario
the
Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 5 seconds of the very first round. Declared the winner by...
Yeah, that's definitely a vine right there. That fight lasted so long.
Man, brand new Mac's gonna be happy with that, dude. Honestly, it was beautiful work. Unfortunately, Dino, man, he's not gonna be happy with that. Kind of caught himself moving, just whipped that head off to the right hand side and down at the same time, and right into that lead uppercut. So, but you got to be careful, man. It was good pressure from brand new Mac. He was really putting on him, keeping the pace high, moving forward. And I like Frankie. You know, you get right on the inside with those short shots. It's nice and easy to land those, and that was kind of what won him the fight. I mean, we were expecting a back and forth war. Number 27 taking on number 4. You know, some martial arts, some mixed martial arts on display. Nothing doing this evening. Nice clean win for brand new Mac.
You know, it was quick. That's all I gotta say. It was quick. I mean, good fight for both gentlemen. Obviously, Dino took the L. You know, just a couple shots could have landed a little bit more cleaner. But brand new Mac, was piecing them up, got the rock, and then threw that 2-piece right there, and ended the fight early.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's definitely disappointing for El Dino, but it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. You get caught in the moment. Mac just came out, gave him no breathing room, put the boxing combinations on him with Frankie, and it happens, man. He just got caught cold. He'll be back for sure, and brand new Mac. Great victory. Like I said, he's definitely always in the title top, for sure.
Great victory right there, mate. You said it best. You said it best right there. Right, we're moving on now to the co-main event of the evening, a fight which I don't think is ready unless I'm looking in the wrong place, which I think I am, maybe not. Get some confirmation for the guys in back. I believe it's his Mad Dog that's going to take care of the hosting for this one. But yeah, we'll take a look at the fight card just for a reminder right here. If you're here joining us now, we've got the main event and the co-main event coming up still. EK Elitist taking on Mad Dog with the 3 Ds and the 2 Gs in his name right there. Repping that Suave camp this evening. Been working out hard right there with Dev Raider, I believe, in preparation for this one. And he's taken on one of the best the EK has to offer right here in EK Elitist. So it should be a great matchup. Moving up right here. And then after that, Pryox is taking on Prodigies, 2 men here who have fought each other time and time again, I'm sure, in ranked and here in the ESFL. And Pryoxis knows he's got a challenge on his hands tonight, with Prodigies challenging him for that belt. Spider, any light to shed on the co-main event or the main event for us?
Again, both great fights. EK Elitist and Mad Dog, they're pretty similarly skilled. I'm not sure who's going to win that, but it's going to be great. But for the main event, I'm expecting, my pick personally is Prodigies. Pryoxis is great, some of the best striking you'll see. This is actually a rematch, and I think that Prodigies wants to remove the loss that he suffered prior to Pryoxis.
All right, it looks like we have this fight ready to go right here, and it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for this one. It's always good to see Elitist fight, and man, Mad Dog, what a competitor. He's been putting on some performances so far this season right here. Let's look at check the rankings for these guys right here. Yeah, EK Elite is currently 2-0, undefeated this season, and sitting at the number 2 spot in the world right now in the ESFL rankings. And Mad Dog 2-1, already dropped a loss right here, coming off a win against Hammer, who we saw put on a great performance earlier on tonight. 2-1 right now, number 5 in the world. So this is a matchup between 2 of the top 5 competitors here at the ESFL. It's going to be good. Welterweight. If we get a Diaz mirror match, you know it's going to be fire. There you go. I know you love a mirror match, Killing Spree.
I love them, and especially with Nick Diaz. Like I was telling you guys in the beginning of the stream, Diaz brothers cheat codes in UFC 3, and it is a mirror match. I'm excited, guys.
Yeah, Diaz.
And that mirror is always great. It's always exciting.
Now, it's hard to believe that these two have not fought each other, but maybe that is the case. both 0-0 against each other right now, so we'll see. But certainly here, might lose an 0, and EK Elitist is undefeated this season, man. You know, he's put a lot of performances in last season that were very, very, very impressive. So we'll see if he can carry it on into this season. You know, he's hungry for a belt, as he should be. And man, if you've never seen a mirror match, they are some of the more entertaining fights we've ever had here. I think it's just a pure skill versus skill. It's not just about your game plan, it's about your execution of technique at the right time as well, because you both have this toolbox full of the same tools. So we'll see, man. EK Elite is definitely probably going to look to mix it up and grapple as well if it gets to a position where he feels like he can take advantage of it. You know, if he's against the cage, he's going to shoot that double leg or grab that clinch. But Mad Dog, man, wants to let these hands go because he's got great, crisp, slick combinations. And look for that jab, rear uppercut, left hook from Mad Dog.
Most definitely, that is a combination of favours. And even though he's Nick Diaz, don't be surprised if he busts out some high kicks, because he is very good with his head kick and body kick mix-up.
Yeah.
He catch you by surprise with that. And Elitist is very aggressive in his boxing combinations. He never lets you off the hook. Good head movement. Like to push you back to that side kick. So this is going to be interesting.
All right, here we go. First round, co-main event of the evening, ESFL 59 right here, Mad Dog versus Elitist, and already that lovely little side kick to the body from EK. Tries to follow up with a lead leg kick, doesn't get it off, and Mad Dog staying so close right here, just plying the feet, slinging those combinations, already throwing that jab, rear uppercut, left hook that we talk about twice already. And EK Elitist with his 1-2s right down the middle, doing a good job. That straight left, stopping Mad Dog's three-piece combination he's trying to get off right there, and the head health from both fighters already taking chunks out of it, because they're both landing these shots in these perfect windows of opportunity. I love this leading with the straight from EK Elitist is doing right now.
Swinging for the fences. I love it. Bring it all.
Yeah, sure, these guys do not want to back down from each other. Standing straight in the centre of the octagon, no one is going backwards. Trading combinations.
Oh, straight lead uppercut, straight, man. That's a Pryoxis combination right there. I know it's used by a lot of people, but I remember he talked about that one on a YouTube video, and that is beautiful work. Hitting that over and over again. EK, beautiful again with a slip straight left. That straight left leading off that all day. Mad Dog's going to have to adjust, throw his head off to the right-hand side, get on the outside of that, and counter with his own straight left. There's a nice avenue, channel off that right down the middle. The jab beating the straight left of Mad Dog right there to the pipe, and the lead head kick coming up. Nothing doing right here, and EK, who was planting his feet at the center of the octagon, doing a good job slipping. Mad Dog now finding the right head movement right there, slipping off to the right hand side with that straight left, trying to come back with a lead uppercut. But damn, look at these jabs and straights from the outside. Beautiful job planting, flicking those off right here, and Mad Dog whiffing. This is going to cost him some stamina. Starting to see it right now. Don't expect, or do expect, the body kicks to start coming out from Elitist as well, who's switching orthodox, sorry, and still banging that straight down the middle.
Yeah, Elitist is definitely picking his shots, and he's not missing.
Oof.
Yeah, he's throwing the lunging jabs and straights a lot, if you notice. Stunning Mad Dog in play. So you can see he's not moving as much as Elitist. Elitist is in and out a lot, whereas Mad Dog is waiting on him.
Grabbing that clinch. We talked about this. Elitist going to really take advantage of every opportunity if it presents itself. And there's a deny on that break. Yeah, going to hit that elbow. Good work. Immediate straight to the body. Going to follow up. And Mad Dog's head health really taking some damage. Tries to throw back a straight, but Elitist is right in there with that straight uppercut straight again. 2-3-2, great boxing combination, classic right there. And again with the straight uppercut straight. All these straights, but beautiful. Mad Dog finds the time on it, but it's a break right there with the head kick. And man, all that work from Elitist, all that head health damage done, returned in an instant by Mad Dog.
What a great combination that he threw, and he brought in the head kick. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. He just reversed a lot of damage that was done to him. Told you he's using Nick Diaz. He's not afraid to throw head kicks with anyone. He times them very well.
You can see it on the replay right here. Elitist really pushing forward. His little clip, straight left hook. That's all it needed. And then a 1-2, break the block down, and the head kick catching Elitist right on the end of it. So Mad Dog really just waiting there, waiting. Straight lead hook. All it takes, man. Doesn't always take volume, timing more than anything right here. And he showed that right there as he caught him towards the end of the round, man. It was a close round. Probably took it with that knockdown towards the end. So Elitist going to have to work forward to get back. He has a stamina advantage. But not if he keeps eating those liver shots from Mad Dog, who's been a little bit more patient now, knows that straight left or right is coming, depending on that stance. Obviously, again, 2-3-2, 2-3-2 all day. Mad Dog now going to try and interrupt. A little bit of head movement from Mad Dog might be nice. He keeps slipping off to the side. Maybe a roll back, whiffs there on the straight. And these head kicks now being traded by both fighters on the outside.
This is great. I'm loving the mirror match. And they're definitely, you know, they're throwing the hands, they're kicking. Elitist is definitely putting the pressure down the pipe. I'm enjoying this. Good back and forth.
Sure, this is everything we expect.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Mad Dog showing why he is the number 5 guy in the world right now, catching those two-piece combinations, man. And Elitist is doing a great job swarming and landing all these shots, but Mad Dog knows it don't take 4, 5, 6 combinations or punches. It only takes 2 if you time it right. Straight lead uppercut again, getting that rock. And Elitist returning with these 3-punch combinations, man. Although these are good, Mad Dog's starting to get the timing on these, man. Knows the speed of them. Look at him right there, just waiting. Knows when he can return. Elitist out of the way, though, not worrying about it. And that side kick from Elitist, again, just pushing Mad Dog to the cage. Take advantage of that. But you got to look at the head health on Mad Dog, man. It's low. It's not going to take much from Elitist here to break it down and get through it. Both resetting a little on the outside and leading with that straight again is Elitist. Both fighters really, really hurt here, though, Killing Spree.
They are. You know, and there's a big stamina difference between Elitist and Mad Dog right now. And if it does go further into the rounds, it could, you know, work bad against him. But Elitist is definitely fighting back. But Mad Dog is staying consistent and throwing punches that I don't even, like, recognize that are coming into the combination. You know, that's his level of expertise where he's, you know, number 5. You can really show that he's ranked that high.
Yeah, for sure. So what I'm seeing right now is Elitist does have the stamina advantage, but not just that, he has the block meter advantage, which means Mad Dog isn't going to be able to throw extended combinations like Elitist, and Elitist are going to break through more than Mad Dog, and you're seeing that right now.
Yeah, Elitist leading with this straight a lot, but he has been getting clipped by these interrupting strikes, and that's really why they've been doing so much damage as well, because you jab and get caught, it's going to do some damage, but you throw a straight, the vulnerability window is a little bit higher, which is why these counter shots on Mad Dog are doing a little bit more damage than you would expect with EK Elitist, who keeps being consistent right here and there. Beautiful straight lead uppercut right there again for the 3rd time, catching a rock on Elitist, who's got to back up, recover some of that head health. Still trying to slip off and lead with that straight. Mad Dog knows it's about the timing of these counters more than it is about the volume right now. But the block meter is going to come in handy, I think, as we move into this next round.
You know, if I am Mad Dog, when he rocks Elitist again, and he knows he's going to shoot for the takedown, why not just throw an uppercut, test his chin, see if he's going to keep trying to do the takedown? Because essentially that's what's saving Elitist from getting knocked out, is him going for the takedown. So definitely Mad Dog is definitely putting in work, and we're ending the 3rd round.
For sure, it's been a crazy fight back and forth. I'm not sure what the strike totals are, but they have to be over 200 by now. This has been a very fast-paced boxing match. Essentially a boxing match.
There we go, runs the pipe beautifully, and now we've got a little bit of grappling coming in right here, but it was actually Mad Dog who shot that takedown. A little bit surprised right there is the rubber guard. Beautiful side control sweep right there, rolling in through with an omoplata off that rubber guard, and now it lands on top. Nice block at the top mount transition, and both these guys are good on the floor. Mad Dog especially, as well as EK Elitist, so we're going to see, man. Both strikers for sure, but this ground game's about to pop off right here. Pumps the fake, gets the posture up. The side sweep not going to get loaded right there. And now why is he recovering from stamina? Great recovery of guard there. No stopping from EK Elitist. Mad Dog hitting that rubber guard, going to return, do what was done to him. But no, great break from the rubber guard position right here. Half guard, sorry, rubber guard one more time. Off the left leg and trying to hit that transition. No denial into top mount right here. And this is bad, but no. Bump straight back to half guard. Oh, again. So much rubber guard we're seeing tonight right now. Nice denied block, but then the half guard transition also blocked right here. Lucky didn't get swept on. Going to fake this time and go the opposite side. Gets it. There we go. Bounce back through. Mad Dog going to try and hold this top position. Gets the side control. Sit. Lots of directions to go here for Elitist though. Not going to wait too long. Thought the full mount would come out and butterfly sweep straight back to full guard into the rubber guard as well. Mad Dog could have probably made a read on that. Knew it was coming. Got a bit of momentum on it. But wisely posturing up again. Denies that rubber guard. Transitions pump. Double fake 3 times this time. But there we go. Nice read. No fake initially. 1 fake and then 2 fakes. Now double fake into the transition. And a nice reversal right there by Elitist, who's going to stack him. X-guard sweep right back on top though. Wow. There's backwards and forwards here.
This is a dogfight, best mirror match I've seen so far. Wow.
Nick Diaz, Diego Sanchez, anyone? This round really looks like that. They're just scrambling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of rubber guards too.
Yeah, and I have no idea who's up on the scorecards. I'm not even going to attempt to guess this evening after that Tyron Woodley Wonderboy matchup, but I know that we got a drop right there in the first round by Mad Dog. The second was super close. Couple of rucks for Mad Dog, but EK Elitist maybe with a little bit more of a volume advantage. But right here in this round, I have no idea. It's very hard to tell who's been getting the best of this grappling exchange because they've both been going backwards and forwards. And only the glove colours really separating them apart here. No omoplata right here, no roll to it. And man, the grappling has just been totally back and forth in this first round, and both fighters just going to pummel for the end, just try and get some damage on the board. Nice shots from Mad Dog, which could win him the fight right here. We're going to see it. Man, no waiting around for the judge's decision. Mad Dog sneaking out the victory right there.
Yeah, he did. Wow.
That's surprising to me. That is actually kind of surprising to me. I thought Elitist in that third round had the better graph. It was close, but I feel like he got the pivotal denials and reversals of those exchanges. But the first 2 rounds were very close, so that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
I'd like to see the actual scorecards, you know, really, rather than just seeing who won that third round, because you got to imagine the first one went to Mad Dog. Second round may have gone to Elitist, and then Mad Dog sneaking that third round. And maybe Mad Dog did lose those grappling exchanges and that third round. But EK Elitist, you know, hadn't won the second. I don't know, but we'll see. Unanimous decision. I didn't hear the scorecards because I was talking like an idiot. But Mad Dog gets the win here. Anyway, regardless, and man, that's a blow right there for EK Elitist, who I believe was undefeated so far this season. He was. That is EK Elitist's
So what
first
I'm reading
loss.
is from Mad Dog. It's 30-27.
Ah, there we go. 30-27, all 3 rounds. Wow.
That is crazy. But you know, in reality, regardless, well, there's no losers in that fight. Such a back and forth fight. Like Killingsbury said, one of the best mirror matches that lived up to it. We said at the start, mirror matches always produce fireworks, and that was no different.
Yeah.
Rubber guard.
Oh man, the rubber guard transitions right here, kind of crazy. Back and forth non-stop right now. But that was a great matchup, great fight. And like I said, yeah, that's EK Elitist's first loss this season right there, 2-1, number 5 in the world. No, he was number 2 in the world, excuse me. Number 5, Mad Dog, moving to 3-1 right now. And that's a 2-fight win streak for Mad Dog. Going to keep on moving up to better things. You got to think he's going to be hopefully challenging for a title. And EK Elitist, man, he beat Recognized last week and dropping a loss right here in a very close matchup. Let's be honest. I mean, it was all 30-27, but EK Elitist doing some good work with those 3-punch combinations, leading with that streak. Nasty 2-3-2 and 2 lead uppercut 2 coming right down the pipe. But Mad Dog biding the time a little bit. I like the way he was just waiting, counting with those 2-strike combinations, not going with the volume, going with the timing. And it's like we said at the start of this fight, you know, it's not just about your execution of your game plan, it's the use of the tools in the toolbox. And yeah, using what he did right there to get the win. Good job, good fight, great fight for the co-main event. But now
Great fight.
it is time for the main event of the evening. We have the champion Pryoxis defending his belt tonight. I don't know if these guys are ready, if they are in the booth or the fight, getting themselves ready right here. We've got no word from people in the back, so hopefully it isn't too long. We can take a quick run through of the highlights this evening, some of those finishes. But any fight of the night choices so far, Spider, from you?
Fight of the night, that fight we just had right there, that was fantastic. Just back and forth, they had it all striking, grappling, you know. Brand new match, that was a clean knockout too. That was fantastic as well. XYZ Styles, what a submission. He just came out, 30 seconds in, he got the head arm choke. Like, that was just crazy as well. So we already have a fight of the night, a knockout of the night, and submission of the night. So what is this main event going to be? This is going to be fantastic.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, Brandy Mac looked great. I mean, so did Double Man. I mean, so many just like quick finishes. We had so many quick finishes tonight for a fight card that only had 12 fights. This evening, XYZ came out with a quick finish. Really, really good work from a lot of people this evening. Killing Spree, how about you? Fight of the night?
Listen, fight of the night, eligible for sure. Based off the fact not only that it was just a mirror match, but you know, the two first rounds that were just going at it fist for fist, you know, pound for pound. Then it got to the floor and it was like the battle for the rubber guard. And that, you know, like I'm not really like a ground and pound person, or like I don't really like the ground in general. But man, was I intrigued, like, oh, who's gonna get the rubber guard? Who's gonna reverse it? Who's gonna capitalize on them blocking the transition? So I definitely have that up there as fight of the night for sure.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Right, we are just waiting for the two guys to get it on. I think we just got it dropped in right here. Perfect. Right, excellent. It should be on the way right here. So I believe Mr. Pry is going to be hosting this fight for us right now. Just want to point out right now, Pryoxis is someone who I know obviously came into the ESFL last season. We'll talk about the champion a little bit because he is our champion right now on Xbox. Came in to the ESFL last season, not too far in. I think it was around March, around that time. I think he was in that initial Grand Prix tournament, if I remember rightly. Didn't win, though, and I remember him getting a little down on himself, just a little bit, you know, as all high-level competitors do. A bit of self-doubt, but kept coming back, kept going, and kept playing. Right now, this season, he is 4-0. No one has taken an L from Mr. Pryoxis yet, and he's even been bouncing over to PlayStation right now as well and putting in that work. So this guy is on a tear. He's looked unstoppable. Great ground game as well as stand-up. If you've never seen Pryoxis fight, it's just a real patient, strategical approach to the game of UFC 3 and mixed martial arts, and he mixes up all of his strategies and all of his techniques very well. Always keeps you guessing, and definitely has a really good ability to make you pay and punish you for your tendencies, things you can repeat, and anything you can pick up on in a fight. But he is fighting tonight Prodigys, who is by far one of the best fighters in the ESFL and has been since its incarnation way back in February of last year. He's always been at the top level, always fighting the best in the world, and he is 3-1 this season. Okay, Prodigys, he's coming off a win against Dino right now, who we saw fight earlier on tonight, and man, he is hot and hungry, wants to get that belt, man, wants to hand Pryoxis that loss, the first one this season, obviously beating QXLV in the last fight last Sunday, whenever the hell it was. It doesn't matter. Okay, I could ramble on for hours. You guys can give me your opinions as we move over, because these guys are in the lobby, they're regging up, and they are ready to go.
Real quick, everybody that's in the Twitch comment section, go ahead, hit us with a hashtag and still and new. Give us your predictions in the comment section right now.
I think you're
yeah, for sure. Like Bailey said, man, at the start, Pryoxis was a guy that I took a lot of inspiration from. And Prodigies has always been at the top, like Bailey said. He's always been right there. Both fantastic fighters. Pryoxis won the first fight, so Prodigies is looking for some redemption here. This is a very, very high level fight.
Yeah, and hopefully we get to see some high level MMA. I am sure that we will, man. There's no denying that this evening. But I mean, Pryoxis has looked very, very, very good. I don't know what the strategy is from Prodigies coming in tonight, if he's going to try and fight it on the feet, if he's going to try and mix it up, keep him guessing. But man, this is the #1 contender taking on the champion this evening in the ESFL 59 main event. Pryoxis taking on Prodigys. Let's see how it plays out. Nice and patient approach. Remember, guys, this is going to be 5 rounds right here. First 5-round fight this evening, so don't expect an explosion of combat technique initially. Definitely going to fill it out, feel the process, and beautiful work by Pry, making a nice little lead uppercut coming right off from a planted stance. Didn't even need to set it up or step in, just saw the opening and blasted a nice liver shot as well. Straight to the body is going to work nicely too, and another uppercut to the body there as well. Ooh.
Interesting choice to go with Dustin Poirier.
Well, usually even
Dustin Poirier, he's like the Nick Diaz of the lightweight division right now.
Well,
That's why we're seeing Poirier. Yeah, he's a very good pickup recently.
yeah, I would agree. I think Poirier is a great pickup, especially if the fight's going to stay standing. But Prime Man, we know he likes his RDA, mixing it up. You know, he likes to pick RDA. We see him usually exclusive use RDA, but tonight going with the Dustin Poirier pickup, and he's hitting that straight left beauty from the outside. There's a lot of pressure coming forward from Prodigies, man. He's trying to take the fight to Pry, doing nice work there with the straight right. He's whiffing a little bit more than you probably would like to. Pride is on the back foot, circling out to the right-hand side right now. And there's a nice body kick. He's going to need more of that, really. Just mix up the stamina game. Superman punch just whiffing there. Pulling the kick. Lead uppercut. Sorry, rear uppercut. Left hook just missing two. And this is a nice little technical trading right here. Backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
Very technical.
Yeah, most definitely. Prodigies is looking to wrap up the body. That's something he does very well. He is one of the best at attacking the body. Pryoxis, you know, just trying to put some of that boxing on pressure and
doing a great job with this rear uppercut to the body, just looping it around and in, up underneath. But Prodigies, man, that body kick, he's planting and throwing it nicely, setting up with a straight off the same side, just hooks round, whips in. Priox has not stopped any of those yet, or caught them, and now a three-punch combination from Prodigies. I know he's listed as Drew in the top left. If you're wondering who Drew is, that's Prodigies, by the way. Just to let people know. Nice 1-2. Stopping that forward pressure of Pry right here. And we're seeing the stamina. Beautiful job slipping to the outside of the tee, but whiffs on his own body kick. Eats a jab and a rear roundhouse for the sake of it. So not necessarily good, losing any advantage here. But ooh, Pryox is walking in with a straight, big left hook to the body. Eats two hooks for it, but returns two hooks nicely as well. So most of the damage are inflicting each other. They're basically returning on as well. But Pryox is sneaking ahead right now with the stamina. Beautiful spinning elbow into the lead hook there as well. That's good work.
that was fantastic.
Definitely nice back and forth. They're filling each other out for the first round.
Oh. Nice. Taking the head off the center line straight. And look at this block right now. Prodigy's getting work. That straight right lead hook working up. Nice way to set up these two body kicks as well there. Trying to dip his head off, land it again. And as many of these body kicks that Prodigy's is landing, he's also whiffing a few off to the side as well. So he's got to be careful of that. Oh, pulled that straight. That would have stopped that strike right there.
Yeah, it's just going to take Pryoxis the read to make him miss that body kick and come round with his own head kick or body kick. If he makes that read, that's going to do ridiculous damage, because that is a high vulnerability when you whip that body kick.
Pryor was doing a good job slipping off to the left-hand side and firing that straight left and setting it up. And then he's following with a lead hook and then landing the body kicks on the way out. So let's see if he still looks for that. And if we don't see a little bit of this jab, big right hook, I'd like to see that from Prodigies. If he steps in with the jab and follows with the right hook, he's going to catch that slip of Pryoxis if he's going to keep moving to that. And beautiful two-punch combination hits the double leg, but no stuff right here by Prodigies. Good work right here. Obviously trying to mix it up right there by Pry, known to hit the ground game when he needs to, but Prodigy's right now in that full tie double fake in the outside trip and gets it. Nice little flick. Side control, top position. This is good for Prodigies right now.
Yeah, he made quick work of that clinch there. He stopped the takedown, got the clinch, got him straight to the ground, and this is a huge advantage for Tony Ferguson right now. We're seeing very dangerous on top or bottom.
Oh man. Safe sit down, drag back to there. Return to canvas, and now a couple of knees to the body, and Pryoxis did a good job getting to his feet, but he was in that back control position. Now he's over here in the over-under, nice and neutral. Couple of shots to the body, going to try and wait it out. Doesn't want to flick his way out of there too quickly. Goes to the single collar. Eats a little uppercut there by Prodigies here. And Prodigies doing a great job. Double uppercuts. Blocks the knee right here. Gets the break. Does Pry, though. Going to return. And nice again. Lead hook to the body and that uppercut. And ooh, little pull counter into the body kick off the lead leg. And then again returns in here again. Jab, lead hook after landing. And there we go again. Jab, rear uppercut into the hook. And Prodigy's just planting his feet right now. Pry going ham with the stamina. Not even caring. Good work, nice and clinical, and Prodigy's not moving his feet. Pride didn't even have to move to step into any of those strikes, just whipped them all off. But did he eat a body kick after those sort of extended combinations here, perhaps?
Yeah, he needs to relax a little bit. He kind of got flustered and thought he was going to lose, but just needs to take a deep breath. Oh, wow.
Man, the block dropping so low right there for Pryoxis, just about getting out. And that was a big right hand that Drew landed right there off an uppercut. got to be careful right here. And the salmon is starting to twist in favor. Pulling that body kick. Pryox has got to try and see through to the end of this round. Punching himself out just a little bit too much. Maybe going for the finish. And now the stamina of Tony Ferguson and Prodigy. I keep getting... God damn them both having such a similar name, man. Oh, beautiful front kick right down the middle, though. Pry getting another rock right here towards the end of the second round. Putting it on Prodigies, whose stamina and block is super low as well. That head damage has taken a lot. And really trying to turn it up here with the closing seconds of this second round.
They're exchanging those head kicks. They're breaking the block. So far, it's an interesting fight. Oh!
Big left hand of the double rock. Two big hooks trying to follow it up right here as well. And wisely pulling that body kick. But big damage from both fighters in that round.
They're definitely putting on for the title fight, guys. I'm enjoying this. Let's get some hype in the chat.
Yeah, this is a crazy fight. This is everything we thought it would be. Tony is going to get a huge boost in stamina with his higher altitude belt. Pryoxis will need to be conscious of that. But that being said, he's done a lot of damage.
I also...
It's a damage worth a stamina battle.
Yeah, I don't think Pryoxis is planning on this going to the 4th and 5th if Prodigies can survive, or even he might finish the fight right here as well. He's now going for that jab right hand. That's good. That's going to stop that outside slip that Pry was hitting early. But that pull counter is something Pry's been using a little bit. Pull countering into that lead body kick has been nice. And now plants and throws a roundhouse to the liver right here. Jab into that lead uppercut. He likes that 1-2. 1-2. Stops Prodigies moving forward right here. And again, walks straight into it. Front kick right down the middle. Beautiful job as Prodigies tries to commit to that roundhouse. And there's a big liver shot here. Returns one of his own. And the onslaught of Pry, man, just trying to tweak, touch that head over and over again, causing enough damage to get him to drop.
You know, Pry's making it interesting and definitely throwing some good, powerful strikes. Prodigy's still being consistent and being aggressive.
Two big hooks and slip to the outside of that lead uppercut. That could have been all she wrote right there, Spider.
Oh, yeah.
That was scary.
This is a very scary fight. This is a real weight at this point.
Oh man, Prodigy's not letting up, really getting in the face of Pry right now, taking it to him, want to keep on top of that forward pressure momentum he's gained right here. 3-punch combinations, blocks the knee to the body. That's going to do some damage to the head health, but both fighters are solo. One clean 2-punch combination. Catches him with a lead hook as he steps in, tries to plant for that body shot. And man, Prodigy's moving forward right here. Pry got to find a way, man. He's trying, but he's getting tagged as he's trying to return offense. Yeah, this return of offense from Pry is getting caught on the way in, and these body shots are doing damage. He can't just sit and take these either now because that body is starting to flash too.
This is where he does his greatest work on the inside with the body upper.
Oh, there's the jab right hand. Again, that big right hook catching him. Nice duck under and the punch out coming. Oh, you know that body kick's coming. Nice block low. Does a good job to stop it and now returns on his own. But there's the roundhouse to the liver. Right there getting the rock. Prodigy's whiffing. Oh, there's the rear uppercut though. That's going to drop him. Not enough to finish, but my goodness, man. This is so close to being over right now.
What a good back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm enjoying this.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Catching on the end of these roundhouses right here. This could go either way. Pryoxis could lose the title right now, but he's hitting that straight to the body, and Prodigy's still very much in this. Pry putting on the pressure. 1, 2, 3 for the lead hook, man. Just checking. Payton wants to make sure he can work his way in nicely. Fake the jab in, but steps in for the knee. It's straight into that same side body kick that he was landing earlier and just sits out. This is bad, man. Pry trying to cover low, doesn't do it. Blocks that teep up the middle. Bam, check hook. Nothing doing. Double jab, trying to set that body kick up. And man, this is going to go to a 4th round. I can't believe it.
This has no business being in a 4th round. Absolutely not. If someone got finished 2 rounds ago, I wouldn't even be mad, because these guys have taken a tremendous amount of damage.
All right, here we go. Final round, most likely, maybe not into the championship rounds, at least in this championship fight. ESFL 59. Pryox is 4-0 this season, undefeated, trying to defend his title against the surging Prodigies, who's stepping in with that jab, rear hook over and over again, catching him right on the chin. Pry cannot take many more of these, and neither men can take many body kicks. Both have to be careful of these roundhouses because both are doing great work with them right here. So let's see if this plays out and who's going to get the final strike in, because it's so close right now. There's the roundhouse catched with that beautiful check hook. Gets one of his own in. Flashing like the traffic, like spinning elbow. He's going to get the rock lead uppercut. That's not even it. Price still up. The jump knee doesn't make it. Somehow, man, he is still alive.
This is ridiculous. I'm speechless. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm completely speechless at this point.
The chin
This
on
is wild.
both men. Big left hand of his own right here.
Oh,
Price
wow.
surging forward with the double jab, trying to find a home. Gets the body kick caught, though. Man, the safe in. There's the knee. Got to be careful, though, because he ate that spinning elbow last time he threw it. And there we go. Slightly too late on that one. Prodigy's trying to land check hook again off the rear roundhouse. The teep just misses and bang again. Steps back in it twice in a row. And this has got to be it right now. Surging forward. No stamina, though. Just out of range because that would have finished the fight. And there's the rear uppercut. Pryoxis, man, staggering back right here. 1-2, not missing. Wisely waiting. Trying to follow it with the uppercut to stop that duck underneath. And Pry just leap it back. Oh, there we go. And that's the end. Big finish, man. Great work.
My.
That could have gone either way. What a close fight in
It
this
could have
main
gone
event.
either way.
Dan, Prodigy staying in there.
Go out right now.
Prodigy staying in
I'm
there.
gonna go out on a run.
Traded.
This is the best fight in the ESFL.
It was a great fight for sure. The finishing sequence right here. Prodigy's back in Pry up, staggering back to the cage. 1-2. Ducks under, so he throws the uppercut, doesn't catch him right there. Look at the lunge, just stepping back out of the way. Left hook, right hook blocked, and tried to throw the knee, man. It was a 3-punch combination. When Pry thought he was going for the two hooks through the knee, thought it was done, but no, the lead uppercut right there after another 1-2 lead uppercut combination to finish him off. Catching him clean, and man, that could have gone either way. What a close fight. Great matchup. Look at this, 6 each, 68 significant strikes, so close in almost every way right there. Every round given to Pryoxis by the judges so far in that fight, but just too much damage on both fighters, and man, what a crazy fight.
Man, what a good back and forth these gentlemen put on for ESFL 59. You know, it was good all the way up to the knockout. What a great fight. I believe this fight lived up to the hype.
Most definitely. I thought we had a solidified fight of night tonight. I was completely wrong. I did not expect that from those guys. I expected that fight to be done way before it was. That was just ridiculous. Congratulations, man. Throw up to both of these guys.
Yeah, great work, man. I mean, what a back and forth fight over and over again. Both men just trading, so many exchanges here, just going body kick for body kick. There were spinning elbows, man. I mean, Prodigy's did some sneaky stuff to get the finishes right here, but it could have been finished at any point. Watching these replays right now, it could have ended in the third. That rear uppercut could have been the end of it, but Pryox is not following. Prodigy's to the mat, letting him recover and getting back up right here, which, you know, it could have been over. It could have been over right here if he'd followed him down. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he got caught in the submission. You don't know. Pryox wanted it back on the feet. You got to think that higher altitude perk played in. This is the finish right here. He's staggering back. 1-2, slips under, so goes 1-2-3 with lead uppercut. 1-2 again, and here we go. 3-punch combination to finish it. Bam! That lead uppercut was the reason it got done. Pryoxis thought it was done through the knee. Not happening. 3-piece, as said. And what a finish right now. We have a new champion on Xbox, Prodigies. Congratulations. Well fought. 4-1 for both men now after Pryoxis dropping that loss. And mate, we got a new champion. I don't.
And you know,
Go ahead.
what a better way to, you know, to become champion by beating somebody that's highly respected in the ESFL, somebody that was undefeated in the season, somebody that's ranked #1 Xbox, well deserved, good fight.
For sure. Try, regardless if he loses them, Try is always going to be solidified as one of the best players to ever touch this game. And Prodigies has been at that title picture for so long. It must be such a sense of relief to finally get that belt that he's been looking for since the very beginning of the ESFL.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, like you said, Prodigies has been around as long as anybody and never held that title. And here he is, season 2, man, just taking out an undefeated Pryoxis to snatch that belt. What a great fight. I'm going to run just some highlights of tonight right here from the start to the finish of all of these fights. I'll ask you, Spider, I mean, can you pick, you don't have to pick all 3, but a KO of the night, a sub of the night, a fight of the night, you can pick one of them. Anything stand out from you from this card this evening?
Obviously the main event, fight of the night. Knockout of the night. I don't know, that's a tough one. But submission of the night, definitely excellent. Just a great card overall.
Yeah. What about you, Killing Spree?
Definitely Peacock for knockout of the night. Fight of the night, I'm gonna have to give it to Prodigies and Pryoxis. Submission of the night had to go to, it was just a previous clip of GSP and Nick Diaz. Definitely. Or I think there was another one actually. I'm not sure. There was a faster one.
XYZ, man. Yeah.
There you go.
It was
that was a fast. It was a fast submission. That was great.
It was a great night of fights. I got to agree with you on the fight of the night, the knockout of the night. I don't know, brand new max, 30-second starch in right there of El Dino. So impressive, man. Brand new max, 27 in the world, just starch number 4 guy in 30 seconds. Absolutely fantastic work with not even a striker. With Frankie Edgar, I mean, he's got good striking, but against Max Holloway, really impressive. I don't know if we're doing performance of the night, but I mean, got to be impressed with double mat 2 right here. You're seeing it happen. 6 elbows in the clinch, 354 into that fight in the first round. I mean, not the clinch, sorry, the crucifix, but that was nice, clean, clinical. Don't look like much, guys, but if you can do that to the best fighters in the world, I mean, I'm saying something, controlling these guys is not an easy task, and good work right there. But yeah, of course, fight of the night was the main event for sure, and it was well turned up. We had Spider here. This performance from you, a couple of highlights I've got from your fight. Went to decision. Beautiful catch kick against Colt right there, straight left right down the pipe into that teep. That was nice work, clean and clinical, and that was a good fight. Props to Colt making his debut, stepping up on short notice to take on Spider. Nice little matchup right there. Again, a great little fight. And then we had, just talking through these highlights right here, this was the starch, and right here we only caught the end of it. Big lead uppercut, he did step into it, bam, straight right to finish. 2-punch combo, and then some ground and pound on the way out. Great little performance here by Brand New Mac, who is going to be trying to get that belt. He held that belt before. He loved it. He wants it back, you can bet. And I think he's probably fought Prodigies as well, if I'm not mistaken, previously. So all in all, yeah, great night fights, great card. And you can expect us to be back next week, ESFL 60. I know that I'm a Boxer is planning some big things for ESFL 60, my goodness. For all you guys on PlayStation 4. So if you've not signed up, if you want to fight, go ahead, join the Discord. You know what to do. It's all in there. You can sign up straight through there. And yeah, shout out to everyone watching on YouTube this evening as well. Thank you for being here, guys. All of the previous cards, they're all up on the YouTube channel. So if you haven't been there, go check them out. You can see the back catalog of all the previous fights as well. Thank you very much to Killing Spree and Spider for joining me in the booth tonight. Spider, a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
It was a fun night. I enjoyed it.
Hopefully next time your technical difficulties will be sorted. We'll get you on a bit of a better microphone.
Hopefully next time I'll have a better setup and stuff.
For sure.
But regardless, I enjoyed the night. I enjoyed commentating with you guys, and I enjoyed every single last night. Great experience.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, man. I know it's late for you as well, so thank you for staying up with us.
No problem.
There we go. And
Thank you very much.
Killing Spree, thank you for lending us your voice this evening as well. Professional as always. Thank you, dude.
Oh, working with the legend, I had to experience it for myself,
Well, thank you very much. All right, everybody in chat, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are done here for ESFL 59. It's in the books. ESFL 60 taking place next week. PlayStation 4, be there. I'm a Boxer, has a good card set up for you guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.